I feel like you should do the open now.
Oh, yeah, come on, Trudell. You got to do it. Try it, Mike.
Sedano and Kap is on 416 on a Wednesday afternoon. We start the show off with greatness. The great Lakers sideline reporter, former host on this station, part of the fabric in the walls. Those evil walls around here at 800 West Olympic Boulevard in L.A., 90010 if you're sending mail. And if you are, send a package to Trudell and say, come on back, sucker.
Well,
Cappy's contract's up in 50 days.
Cappy, do you think those pants will fit you? Like, what was your original?
So Mike Trudell came in with
gifts. He brought me a Lakers hoodie.
But here's the thing. He brought me size 9 shoes. I'm a size 12.
Oh,
Yeah.
those
Wait,
I'll take them.
Were you empty?
Oh, you're a size 9?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in the garage.
they're
And I was
golf
kind of
shoes.
like,
No.
with just in line with the whole 50 days thing. I just wanted to get you a parting gift.
Yeah, no. Now I appreciate it.
Turn on your mic. This is in Tulsa.
I turned it off because I didn't want to make all these noise. But so wait, so you brought Christopher a pair of shoes that are a 9, but you didn't check and ask him what his size was?
Well, no, because I thought that I would just bring this in. I wanted to get my boys at Travis Matthew a plug.
He
So I
wanted
figured
credit
I
for
would-
the gift.
Yeah, exactly. I would put the box here, and then somebody would be able to fit the shoes. And it turns out that Richard Walsh's son,
Kobe Walsh.
Kobe
Yes.
Walsh, happens to be either he or his dad are that size.
Okay,
and
he's
so
a 9.
that is all taken care of now.
All right. Now, George, what size hoodie did you receive over there?
I'm guessing medium.
This is a medium.
Yeah,
Mike?
medium.
Okay. And then I got the medium pantalones.
Right.
Yeah, that's
right. You can fit in those.
You got. I mean, I think you could fit. What do you think?
Yeah, just take your just try them on.
Maybe not in front of the camera, but
Yeah.
in the other room, maybe.
Why?
That's fine.
Well, you know.
What? I'm wearing underpants?
No. I mean,
We would prefer if you don't. By
George-
the way, we are 43 minutes from the NFL schedule being released.
Yeah.
All the coverage on what the Rams will do and all the NFL right here, 710
so
ESPN.
Trudell, how is it going to feel when you have to interview my colleague JJ Redick as the new head coach of the Lakers?
Come on, man.
You know, I have been fascinated by Reddick for a while now. In fact, before the Minding the Game podcast started, because I'm a longtime listener of Reddick's podcast,
The old man in the 3.
and I like the way that he talks about and thinks about basketball. Have you done sideline for a game with him yet?
Oh, tons.
Okay, yeah. So you would actually have you would be a person with great insights onto this.
He's really smart.
I am very Reddick curious.
Yeah.
And I would like to hear the pitch. Not from you, but I'm saying from him. Like,
I can give it to you.
when he gets it,
He's going to get a chance to get interviewed.
Yeah.
No, he's
Him,
getting the job.
Quinny's going to get an interview.
Right.
Cappy, by the way, called that Chris Quinn would get an interview.
Well, not only did I
He
call
didn't
that-
know who Chris Quinn was.
I'm sure you were quick to inform him.
No, he said,
from
"Who's
the
Eric
cultural
Spoelstra's
standpoint."
lead assistant?"
No,
is what he said.
What happened was, truth of the story
Wait,
is,
hold on. Is Sedano a culture guy?
oh, you know he's a culture guy. I mean,
We've got
okay.
a Sedano and Kap culture.
he comes from the
Okay.
entire Pat Riley school. You know what I mean?
Well, I told Trudell earlier when we were having lunch that you and I were screaming at each other yesterday.
That's exactly what it is. The contentious nature of just the openness of it. Yes.
Point of information, where did you guys have lunch?
The Kraft, our friends, Kraft by Smoke and Fire downstairs.
Thank you,
Stand
Lindsay.
by. Please, Mike Trudell, answer this for me. Chris, please do not answer. Mike, what did Chris eat for lunch today?
Well, it wasn't actually lunch.
See, Trudell, this is not a good. Yeah, I had lunch
no,
with the
I
great.
want to know what he ate.
So
Okay,
I had.
I'll
I had
answer this, Chris. I'll answer this. He had the Nashville hot chicken sandwich.
The Nashville hot chicken
That was
sandwich.
a bad answer too. So
Damn
I
it.
didn't have lunch. Trudell's trying to cover for me. We might have had a little afternoon delight.
An adult
You
beverage.
and Mike Trudell had an afternoon delight together?
Yeah, because
Was
here's
there
the thing.
anybody else there or just the two of you?
A whole bar full of people
Okay,
watched.
gotcha.
But because here's the thing. I was very fortunate to have lunch today
Yeah.
with the Harin family. Jaime Harin and his son Jorge Harin.
Oh, nice.
And we're going to be able to do some stuff with the Jaime Harin Foundation this summer, and we're very excited about that. They came on up, talked to Mason and Ireland. So that was my lunch.
Okay, what'd you
and
have?
Lazy Dog, I had a Cobb salad.
Cobb salad.
And some Brussels sprouts.
Okay.
And then
Oh, Brussels sprouts and a salad?
The
They
Brussels sprouts
are
at
amazing.
Lazy Dog are incredible.
But then why would you get a salad?
well, you take a few Brussels sprouts. For
This
the
guy, the Brussels have bacon in it.
Yeah, for the
Oh,
table.
that's
For the
nice.
table. It's a
That's
whole
nice.
table.
You know what I'm saying,
It's a nice
though.
touch.
You're kind of already hitting the vegetable
Right. The whole greenery thing.
right?
Yeah,
If
but-
you-
Yeah, but there's more roughage in a Brussels
And
sprout.
it's got some shaved Parmesan.
Okay.
You like
nice.
shaved Parmesan?
How about a little
Cappy likes
balsamic
shaved
drizzle?
Parmesan. No, I don't know if there was balsamic
No, you
drizzle.
don't know. You're not sure about that.
no, there is, I believe.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's some some shaved
So-
Parmesan.
It was shaved
Yeah.
Parmesan.
And some
real
capers.
granular
Oh, yeah, with
about-
capers
Oh, I
in
like
there.
And
the
there's some
capers.
capers,
Capers
yeah.
are nice and salty.
Yeah.
So wait a second. So you had the nice lunch with the Hyrenes.
The Harins, the
right?
Harins.
Okay,
Harin.
And then did you not eat lunch with Mike Trudell? Or did you,
I did not eat lunch.
No, they just told you they had an adult drink.
Nah, but he said that you got the hot chicken sandwich, and I didn't know what the deal was. there.
Trudell was trying to cover
I was
for
trying
me.
to
He just
cover
didn't
for him at
want
that
to,
point.
admit that part.
Yeah,
The
it
reason
seemed like a white lie.
The reason I ask is for this reason.
Yeah.
You guys should have seen me and Morales last night. We were downstairs here at LA Live at
Solo
Agave,
Agave, yeah.
okay?
Hello.
And we were there with Avner Gatt. Hello, okay? And we were having a chip challenge. Now, it's very hard for someone like me to sit at a table with 2 baskets of chips and not eat both of them. And we did not have one chip between us.
Or
Not
one tortilla.
Nor not one tortilla.
Wow.
No chips. No, and by the way, Morales was trying to tease me the whole time. He was taking chips. He was
I
putting
put a
them up
chip
to
in
my
his mouth and he
Right,
spit it out.
Right. Not having it.
Wow, Captain.
Oh, dude, I'm committed this time.
Yeah.
George seems very impressed.
He
am.
he should be
Yeah.
because he knows that I'm an animal.
The
You are.
expression on his face aside,
Yeah.
he sounded a little bit like
He
was
knows I have had an eating disorder for the better part of the last
Don't
3
say
years.
that.
No, it's true.
That's
I mean,
not
you
funny.
really
That's
haven't
not
had
funny.
that.
That's
yeah.
not funny.
It's not funny. It's
Why do you
true.
always have to be so extra?
What are you talking
This is
about?
why we got to get tea in here.
Is
My
he serious?
eating. Yes, I'm serious. I've had a serious eating disorder.
Now in the afternoon drive, SGT, Sedano, Geeter,
Oh,
Trudell.
Geeter.
Wow.
Yeah.
What happened to Yogi?
Nah, he's too pretty.
Oh, really? You're off of Yogi Roth, huh?
Yeah.
You don't want to have an afternoon delight with Yogi?
I mean, I do, but
In a different way.
Gotcha. Different delight.
Yeah.
Okay, so you were good today.
I was good.
Okay, because I too was good.
What'd you eat?
I had a chicken salad, okay, and I had I didn't touch the rice, I didn't touch the pita. I'm telling you right now, I was in fact now I'm writing notes of everything I'm eating, and I'm treating it like if it's a golf game, then I'm counting every single stroke. No cheating, no moving the ball. Mm-hmm. I'm watching everything I eat going forward because I gotta lose this weight once and for all.
Yeah.
So I'm watching.
Well, you got visceral fat.
a lot of it.
Yeah.
You
So-
haven't heard, you haven't
By
heard
the way,
about
this is
have you?
for this is for Cody and DeAndre. I got the LAFC text.
Cappy he takes a picture every year, shirtless, and one
On
of
my
his
birthday.
and one of his friends who's Indian, and this he mentioned that he was Indian. He said that he has visceral fat.
Right.
And then some of our friends in the Circle of Trust, the Sedano and Kap Circle of Trust, the community that we have online on Twitter.
Yeah, the circle, yeah.
Yeah, they said the Indian folks stepped up and said, "Well, that's very common from our people to just be that honest and blunt about
Right.
your fat in that
Right.
scenario."
Now here's the other issue going on today.
Yeah.
I told Trudell you should be at the Mandy's. He's got trepidation.
Why?
Well, so
I mean, I may be flying in on a private jet for God's sake because
might be.
I may be doing the finals at that point.
Who's private
Yeah.
jet?
Craig Karmazin?
Yeah, maybe the Good Karma private
Oh, hey,
jet.
how nice. Lovely.
well, the way I would describe it is you know, I was involved in the pickleball situation thanks to George, right? And as a former friend of the station, and still in some
Yeah.
ways friend of the
A la
station.
familia.
Yeah. But, you know, an email went out to me, I think, by accident initially. Now, that's not to say that I wouldn't be welcome, and I do feel welcome, and there are a lot of people here that I'm sure would be happy. for
Did
me
you
to
see
go,
how
but-
excited John hasn't been that excited in this room?
Oh my God!
In 2 years.
Yeah, no doubt.
That's true.
So
I
he
admit
would
that.
love for you to be there.
I'm very close with John, and I love John, and we all know that. Now, if I really feel, Chris, that you want me there, because I know it's a lot.
bring
it's
you
a
on
lot for you.
stage.
There's a lot
you
for
haven't
you to
presented
do
an
there.
award.
Yeah, you can present an award.
You are the MC, correct?
Yes.
You are
Well, the host, the
mastermind.
host.
Well, I think Trudell should present the play-by-play of the year award,
I like it.
That's a
right?
good idea. It's a good idea.
which has gone to John the last 2 years.
But
Or-
because Sedano has now gone against John, it might not go.
Why don't you have him
Why
give
not?
up?
What do you mean I've gone against John?
I don't
Do
know.
host of the year,
No,
and
no,
then
no, no,
whoever
no, no, no,
wins,
stop.
he replaces.
No, stop.
Right? Like, congratulations, you're
All right,
host of the year, you're fired.
I have,
Yeah.
I have one question about this.
Yeah.
Is there pickleball at the Mandy's?
No. It's very much a suit and tie event.
Well, I don't know about that.
Okay.
Ish.
I mean, suit, not necessarily a tie or a shirt.
Well, I'm wearing my Yachtly Crew outfit this year.
You are?
That's going to be my on-stage outfit. Pre-show, I'll be in probably more appropriate, but then I'm going the whole thing.
You're going to go Captain McCoy on
I
us.
don't care. Like, let's do it. Well, I'm Captain Stabbing.
Who's Captain
Let's go.
McCoy?
I don't know who that is.
Isn't he the guy from the Love Boat?
No, that's Captain
Stubing.
Stubing.
Oh, him.
But I'm going to be Captain Stabbing.
Who's Captain McCoy? You're Captain Stabbing.
Captain
No,
Stabbing.
you're thinking Dr. McCoy from Star
This is-
Trek.
this is-
really?
Yes.
This is just like being on the Laker bus where Ireland and Billy Mack and Michael are exchanging 70s and 80s television trivia with each other, and I'm just sitting there.
You're a little too
Having no
young.
idea,
Yeah.
huh?
Yeah.
Having no idea.
Yeah, there's the age gap between you and me. It's enough where I know that stuff more than you would.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to not feel inclusive about it.
Yeah.
You want to see a picture of me without my shirt on?
Yeah, I'm used to this. You know, I used to do a show with Michael Thompson, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I there's nothing that is
But
more
the
comfortable
picture-
to me than seeing a picture of another man's chest.
The picture that Michael carries around is much better than what Cappy's about
Well,
to
but
show
wait a
you.
second,
I'll
but
be
how
the judge
old,
of that.
how old was Michael at that time?
I mean, he was like prime Michael.
primo.
Right. So
Yeah.
this is
Probably
me.
27.
This is
Yeah.
me at my last birthday. Every year I take a picture without my shirt on.
Yeah, you said that already.
And my Indian friend told me that I have a lot of visceral fat.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's see.
Okay, here you go. Take a look at me.
Okay.
Take a look.
Does he have a lot of visceral fat?
What do you think about my boobs?
Boobs fine. Like the pecs are fine. I can tell that you work out some. I would say
Some.
I would
Wait,
expect
I look like a guy who used to work out.
I
You
would
know what
expect the quads to pop a little bit more. For
I mean, you
former
were a kicker.
mean?
Yeah.
Let me see
Yeah.
the quads.
Well, the quads are. I would expect a little more, muscle coming out underneath
my
the
shorts are covering him up. I'm wearing like the Chris Webber shorts. I'm not wearing the John Stockton.
I think the move here
Yeah.
would have been now. This is more of like how it would look versus how it is.
Yeah.
You could have tied the shirt that you have
little
around
higher.
your waist a little higher, to
hit
cover
it.
up some of the. But that wouldn't be as real. And I
Right.
appreciate you putting yourself out
Yeah.
there like this.
Yeah, I
it's
started.
authentic.
I feel like, you know what? This is it, man. This is what it is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Take a look at
Trudell. I just got an email that you would love. ESPN is doing the top men's basketball players of the 2000s.
Oh man.
Can I get a vote?
I mean, we can collaborate if you'd like.
Oh man.
Just feel free later. I mean, you definitely can't get in
I
on
can.
this.
Yes, I can.
No, you can't.
Our vision is probably pretty similar on players.
Well,
I would think.
basically,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
happens is ESPN, when they do these, like, people don't realize this. They used to ask us all these lists to list like 1 through 100 or whatever.
Yeah.
Now they basically what they do is they pit in a computer system. In a software system, they pit two people against each other, and you have to pick one. And it goes to infinity. You just keep picking and picking and picking when they pit two people against
I
each
like
other.
to
You
make
guys would
decisions.
have LeBron and AD 1 and 2, right?
Well, I don't think AD would be in the 2000s though.
Really?
Because he he didn't get to the NBA till 2012. So I think they
doesn't
mean
count?
like the aughts, like that decade.
Oh, 0 to 10.
I think I could be wrong, but
Oh.
I let me double
Because
check.
if you
if
two
you'd like.
guys are on the same
I mean-
page, AD and LeBron, number 1 and number 2, right?
Yeah. Oh wait, no, you're
No?
right, Cappy. Since 2000, but AD didn't get to the league till 2012, so
Right.
he misses
So
a
what is
big
he, number
chunk.
2 or 3 then?
No, you got to put him in proper context. I mean, before this season started, I think I had AD as the either 7th or 8th best player in the league, which was higher than most, but I think has been proven to be true. He should get All NBA second team this
So
year.
it
By the way,
says
are we talking
here-
about too much sports here, Morales?
A little bit.
Okay, I can. Yeah,
well,
we
we
can go
lost
back.
Morales.
No, I was texting with Ireland.
Oh, you were?
He's like, this is so good.
Yeah, he likes it?
Yeah, yeah.
He
No,
must
nothing
like
worse than
Trudell.
the horse.
He likes
So look at
Trudell
the
so
three
much.
guys they
Wait,
have
you're
here.
listening to PTI.
This is the
Is
three
Pepe
guys.
back?
They're the
Yeah,
three
Pepe's
guys
back.
they have right there.
Yeah, I mean, so the ranking from
horse-
2000,
that's just the pictures.
right?
Yeah,
so
of the-
2010
Yeah.
would be for me Kobe, LeBron, and then Wade would be third after that.
Right.
Because so now LeBron became the best player,
And then post
right
10
around
changes.
2010.
Right,
and
post
then
10
clearly
changes.
10 to 20 is LeBron.
Clearly.
Obviously.
I mean, clearly.
Yeah, and
clearly.
20 to 30 is going
I
to be
mean,
Jokic.
God, why don't you tell Trudell about your little theory about LeBron? Running the organization.
Hey, you got to do LAFC imaging at 5.
Well, I mean, let me just say this. I don't know what the big holdup is. I mean, seriously, like, why don't they just announce J.J. Redick as the head coach? Why? Because you got to interview a couple of guys to make it look like, you know what? J.J. Redick was the best of the guys. We interviewed.
He might be.
He might be.
No,
we interviewed this
that's
Borrego
not how it
guy.
works.
We
That's not how
interviewed
it
this
works.
Quinn guy.
Uh-oh, go ahead, go
you
ahead.
know? But J.J. Redick, after doing this extensive interview
Quinn
process,
guy. He was your guy.
After doing all this extensive research, we have determined that J.J. Redick is the best guy. So I don't even know why we're wasting everybody's time. Hire him. We
Well-
already know he's getting the job.
Cappy, can I counter that?
Oh, yeah, please.
Oh, here we go.
So for somebody that watches a lot of League Pass,
Like who?
which is you.
Right, I was going to say.
Yeah, exactly.
He's a
So-
basketball savant.
Yeah,
Ask
exactly.
LeBron.
So
Yeah.
what I would like to know from you,
Yeah.
who is the hot, sexy assistant?
No,
because
there-
you watch League Pass.
No, there
you
isn't.
probably heard stuff.
No.
So you tell us what the Lakers should do.
Here's the problem. This is the problem. Is that, and I compare it to football, because
Why?
you see, here's why.
Okay.
Because Jim Harbaugh this year was the hot guy. Do you watch football?
I mean, yes.
Okay, I just didn't know. I mean,
Well,
you're
sometimes
busy.
Cappy
one
does
thing
it.
that
so.
You're busy. You're a busy
No, but
guy.
football's the one thing where sort of we all watch.
Amen.
football.
This
There's
is what I've been
only
trying to tell
17
Cappy for
games.
2 years.
What's
Yeah,
that?
we all watch football.
It's our job on Sundays to watch football.
It's very easy.
Not you go drinking with Rachel is what he said.
Well, I'm watching football while I'm drinking with Rachel.
Well, Cap, what I've done, what George is going to do with Mateo soon, I now have my twins in the fantasy league. So when my wife is
Ooh,
like,
smart
oh, this,
boy.
like, look, the boys need to monitor
Yeah.
their teams.
Yeah.
Although Mateo
That's
not
what we need to
happy
do all day.
Mateo not happy. Woke up this morning, saw that he doesn't like Joker. He's like, oh, Joker won again. Like,
Oh, he's unhappy
kid,
about
he
that,
did.
huh?
Yeah.
Unhappy.
he wanted Anthony Edwards to win.
So to me, Jim
I liked
Harbaugh
Mateo.
was the hottest name going, and the Chargers are an organization very much like the Lakers.
Yeah, mom and pop.
Well, I don't know. What about the Chargers
Mom and
is
pop.
a lot like the Lakers?
I'm going to explain it.
Yeah.
They hire coaches, generally speaking, certainly since Phil Jackson, that are young guys for the most part, not the highest paid guys in the league, and only last 2 years. I mean, no, not true.
I just so there are a couple of differentiation points I would say between the Chargers and the
Before
Lakers.
you get to that differentiating point, let me tell people about my friend Jacob Imrani. And by the way,
And then a differentiating
I love
point.
Jacob Ebrani.
Hey, you got 28 minutes to do LAFC.
yeah, if you were recently injured in an accident but haven't called my guy Jacob yet, what the hell are you waiting for? Call him at 844-24-JACOB. Not taking any action can cost you money. What does that mean exactly? Well, let's say you were injured in a car accident a few months ago. You thought the pain in your back would go away, so you never went to see a doctor, but now a few months later, it's getting worse. And each week, it's getting worse and worse and worse. So you should have called them right away at 844-24-JACOB. Tell them Sedano and your boy Mason and the folks at 710 sent you. The problem is, it's been a few months since the accident, and it's much more difficult to prove that your back pain was actually caused by that accident. Therefore, you're going to have a little bit of a problem here. You're going to have to pay for this thing yourself, which Cappy, as we know, would never want to do.
Well, he's cheap.
Yeah. So, again, you get into the accident.
that's true.
Don't put yourself in the situation. You're injured in an accident. You call Jacob right away at 844-24-JACOB, 844-24-JACOB. Tell him Sedano, Mason, and the folks here at 710 sent you. No money out of pocket, okay? He'll get you the doctor that you need. You can physically recover quickly, and you don't have to pay for it for yourself, okay? So, guys, a lot of attorneys say they'll fight for you. You call Jacob, he'll win for you. Call him at 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. Or visit him online at calljacob.com. Now tell us your differentiator.
Well, first of all, I've known Jacob Ebrani for many years, and I love him. He is a great guy. Just
Big
wanted to
Laker
add it
fan.
in there.
Big Laker
He
fan,
walks right by my seat. Great guy. He's got great kids.
Yeah.
Great family.
Beautiful
Kids.
kids.
Love
Wonderful
Jacob Ebrani.
wife.
Trudeau, you think Luka's going to go higher than 6.5 points in the first quarter tonight?
Chris, I cannot answer any
Yes, the answer is
gambling
yes.
affiliated.
Well, it's not gambling.
Yeah, NBA
about,
questions.
Which is what you're
Yeah.
for. NBA.
Yeah.
I will
Trudeau's
say,
out. Kaplan's in.
Luka has been very
Hey, Ramona's here. I
inefficient.
didn't even know she was here.
Hey, Momo's here, but you got 27 minutes,
This guy's
sucker.
going to kill our business with not talking gambling.
I do think that. Well, I can talk about what I
don't
think
know what the
Luka's
bid
gonna
is,
have
but
to
okay.
do from. I
They
think
might get
Luka's
in
going to
there.
have a big first quarter, though. I will say that because he has not been playing well.
Focus.
Go ahead.
Pepe, why would Pepe say that?
Because
He wants people to focus.
He needs you to focus.
Oh,
I guess
man.
my point about the Chargers and the Lakers is this: you have a family-owned operation, right? And they both have been traditionally frugal. I would say for the Chargers, I'll say cheap, but for the sake of the Lakers, I'll say frugal when it comes to hiring head coaches. So, no, you don't think so?
No, yeah, that's fairly on the
it-
money other than Phil Jackson.
So that I know that's out there. I think the Lakers though have spent a lot of money. Right on a lot of things over the years. Right. This is not an organization that has not spent money and been in the luxury
George
tax.
tells me
and stuff like
that George tells me that their scouting department and their front office is like bare bones compared to.
I didn't say
other-
bare bones. That's
did
not
you
what I
say?
said. I said small. Certainly small compared to the rest of the league.
I said bare bones.
I think here's the point. I think to all of this, right? The coaching discussion and all of this, they are going to actually interview many coaches. I think.
Yes.
And so that will all take care of itself. There's this guy isn't the favorite. They are going to sit down and have extensive conversations with several guys.
If you, Mike Trudell, being the smart insider and basketball guy that you are, and close to the organization, if you had to guess, who do you think has the best shot at getting the job for the Lakers of the names that you've heard thus far? Borrego, Quinn, Redick, etc.
Cassell, right?
Cassell, okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Who do
who's
you-
not
who do you
excited
like?
by Sam Cassell?
Who do you like, Mike?
Ooh, so side note, Sam Cassell I was a senior in college the one time that the Timberwolves were good in the entire history of the franchise in 2004, and he was the point guard on that team.
That
So
was
I do-
2004.
Dude, Latrell Sprewell,
this is-
KG, they were good, man.
That was the one year
Against
they were
the
good,
Lakers.
ever.
Yeah.
And now this is the next year after that. So but Cappy, there isn't an answer to that.
Okay,
there just
so,
isn't an answer.
so I'll just give you an opinion.
Okay.
Okay. you don't have an answer to it because you probably know stuff. I, on the other hand, don't know anything. Okay, so I will give you...
Well, you do watch League Pass, though, so you know stuff.
I will give you an opinion, and I guarantee that I'm right.
Okay.
J.J. Redick is the next coach of the Lakers. Guaranteed.
Okay, if it's not, what happens then?
Then it's not.
No, but does something happen to you?
No, not really.
Do we just not renew you after 50 days? Or
45, I think.
Yeah.
It's down to 45.
Do you have to do something?
Not really. I'm just telling you, J.J. Redick.
It's just your hot take.
It's not even hot.
I mean, can we rack you?
Sure, rack me.
All right.
Go ahead, rack me.
Yeah, I mean, feel
Because you
free.
gotta understand. George comes in one day and he's like, "Listen, we got to play this sound of LeBron on the podcast with J.J. Redick
Mind the
talking
game.
about coaches.
Yeah.
Talking about coaches.
Yeah.
And I said to George as soon as I heard the audio, I said, this is the setup for J.J. Redick becoming the coach of the Lakers. This is what, 3-4 weeks ago?
It was like 2 weeks ago.
Okay. So I'm just telling you guys, I heard it, and I heard it from a mile away. And now, all of a sudden, every ESPN basketball expert is saying, you know what? J.J. Redick's the right guy.
Well, so I hinted at this earlier, right? That I mentioned I listened to Redick's podcast. So there is a reason why he got the job once Doc went to go to Milwaukee to be the main guy on ESPN. Like, there is something about him, right, that is clearly captivating. He's got a certain level of charisma,
Right.
certain level. So like, it's not like if any job that opened up and Redick expressed some interest in it, it's not like he's somebody that has no NBA affiliation.
And he had an interview last year in Toronto.
Yeah,
Right, but he's
so
LeBron's podcast partner.
But
if he's
that
not,
again, that happened months after
I understand.
noticed the coaching thing.
I understand, but
And months after, and almost a year after he had interviewed for the Toronto job.
And it's just, to me, it's also
I'll ask you guys this
it's
question.
not relevant to whether or not he would do the job well, because
No,
if
no,
he does
not at
have to
all.
get up in front of NBA players,
Yeah.
right, then he's going to have to counter some of that. Oh, look,
Right.
it's the LeBron podcast.
Well, I mean, we have the audio of Udonis Haslem yesterday on NBA Today with Malika and Austin Rivers. And he was a teammate of LeBron's, and he's one of the guys that I know LeBron respects him in a big way, and vice versa. And he thought that the JJ hire could potentially create some angst, perhaps, in the locker room. And here's what he said.
I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say it. If it's JJ, it's going to be a cynical locker room. You're going to see guys that are going to say, is Coach going to do a podcast after the game with LeBron? You're going to have a cynical locker room of guys that are going to side-eye everything JJ says, because they're going to wonder, is it JJ's message or LeBron's message?
well, why would anybody wonder that?
no, but it's not that hard to counter that. That Redick just has to sort of actually coach then and get up in front of the team and speak to that. So that's not that hard to counter.
Look, I think you guys hear me, and you're not understanding that I'm all for J.J. Redick getting this job, and I'm all for him being LeBron's go-to guy, and I'm all for the Lakers saying we're using Coach K as a consultant because we may need somebody to coach our coach. I'm all for this. I think this is awesome. And if I'm in LeBron James's shoes and I'm in my last go-around with the Lakers, I want my guy. I don't want you hiring somebody's assistant coach who's supposed to be this tough guy who's going to handle things in the locker room, and before you know it, Russell Westbrook's gone anyway. I think it's actually an awesome thing. And he is LeBron's guy.
I don't know that that's the case. What I am wondering is, having two pairs of pants on for this
Yeah.
long, is it uncomfortable?
Well, it's not. You know what it is? It's squeezing me in a way.
What's
that's making me think in another kind of a way. So like it's
What?
affecting
Hey, now.
my brain power.
All right.
right
you
now.
a freak.
It's true.
You are a freak.
There's not a ton of brain power already.
Well, but that's the point. Is
I
that
am-
two pairs of
I
pants?
thought you had to leave at 4:30, Trudeau. You okay?
Well, I was waiting for the
39.
break, but
Well, we don't break here. We just keep going.
Yeah, we don't.
There are no more
We
breaks.
don't care about.
We
breaks
kind of break when we want.
I
You
legitimately.
got 21 minutes, sucker.
I have never had two pairs of pants on for as long as Cappy has had them on. So
Yeah.
I really
Even when you lived in
genuinely-
like Minnesota, I mean, you were wearing like thermals and
well,
stuff.
no, you do have to layer in the winter. That's true, but those
Yeah.
are snow pants that you put over your regular.
And
Cappy
pants.
used to have snow pants back in the day.
They're
but
meant
that
to
was
go
that was a
over.
thing.
These are not meant to go over
No,
pants.
and I was wearing like a nice pair of sweats, comfy sweats, and then I put on these mediums over that are like extra larges. So believe me when I tell you, this is squeezing me in a way that's not exactly the most comfortable thing.
Yeah.
I'm glad I asked. And anyway, now I need to go because my boys have a baseball game.
Before
Playoffs.
you
All right,
go.
Go
enjoy.
Tar Heels.
Good
You
luck.
gonna
Good luck to
you
the
gonna
boys.
Tell that person who added me on Instagram what up? Tell her what up for me. Tell her what up.
I will. Person who added Chris on Instagram.
He says,
From the Trudeau
Liz.
circle.
Yeah, what's up?
"Oh, really?"
It's like Sloan.
From Chris. Sloan?
That's like an Entourage commercial.
it was
episode.
we're doing a bit here. Don't get too crazy.
Sorry.
Yeah, don't get in the middle of the bit.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
Almost
these guys got
19
bits
minutes.
going now.
Cappy, if you don't like the pants,
No,
just
I love
give them
the
to
pants.
somebody
He
else.
just doesn't love them
Yeah.
on top of his
I love
joggers.
I love the pants.
Thank you
I'm
for the, hoodie,
appreciative of the
Trudeau.
gift.
You're welcome, buddy.
I think it was very sweet
George,
of you.
where are we going to dinner in Vegas or here?
I owe you dinner for the Clippers. Yes.
Well, Clippers.
Clippers
it was
Mavs.
Clippers.
Now,
and
I mean,
Pacers Bucks. It was like the collab. It was the combo.
Well, but I didn't have pace. I didn't
going
have
on
Bucks
with all this
in that
money?
series.
Okay. Then it was just.
You might have been someone else. You bet
Clipper
the
Mavs
Bucks.
then.
Yeah.
LAFC at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, what's up
But
with
I
the
feel like we
NFC?
were off. You were on Minnesota when I was still on Denver.
Oh, the ESPN LA app.
Oh,
I
they
was
play it
on
the app?
Minnesota, and that felt pretty good when they were up 2-0.
Yeah.
And then
So,
you
I mean, I'll
decided
still
to play
take you to
offense.
dinner. It doesn't matter.
don't know.
But we can do it in Vegas.
They're
You
playing
do-
St.
you do-
Louis.
No, don't.
Oh,
You're not
yeah.
getting out of the.
Yeah.
Okay.
I owe you one.
I think
I owe
free
you
starts
one.
at
I
5.
took Chris to dinner the other day.
Well, that's
We'll do
because
our
he
own
felt
show.
bad for his antics.
Oh,
No, that's
he-
not-
he
that-
screamed
He
at
didn't take me to
Chris.
dinner. He took me on
can
a
you-
date.
Can you just tell me before
Wait,
I go?
that day there were no antics.
That
There
was
were
the
YouTube
day.
antics.
That was the whole day of the no check my contract.
Oh yeah.
Just tell
Bottle
me-
of wine
tell me
and
bef-
oysters.
Tell me before I go.
I thought I had to
What
kiss
was
him
the-
at the end of the night.
That's
What
all.
was
the
fight
oyster.
about?
I mean, I had all the
Didn't
oysters.
you have a room at the E?
What was the fight about, and who won?
I mean, I
Nobody
did.
really won because it was a stalemate.
I did.
I mean, ultimately, we're off at 6:38 today.
Yeah.
Well, that's because we got a lot of other stuff. But
Oh.
Corporate Greg thinks he found I got him the next day, and I said, listen.
And he hasn't been here since. What do you think's happened to him?
Because I said, if you want to go to
He's nervous
war
that
over
he's gonna-
this,
No, you know.
I told him
I can do things.
Oh,
I
yeah?
told him, listen, I think you'll win the war,
Yeah.
but then there's the fallout from the
Oh,
war.
there's the aftermath. There's
Is
the
that really
collateral
worth it?
damage.
No,
Yeah.
you're not winning the war.
The collateral
Not
damage.
against me. As Trudell knows, you don't want to go against full Sedano.
Is that true, Trudell? You know this?
Well, it's more because I know that he's got the black belt.
Oh, really?
You know
I
what
thought you
I
said
mean?
the black hand.
So
Yeah.
I always figured that
And
full
both of them,
Sedano, like
actually.
there's the threat of violence behind it. You know what I mean?
on, this
that makes
guy-
the argument a little bit stronger.
Come on, he hasn't
It does.
practiced karate in like 20 years.
Karatai.
The black belt doesn't go away, does it?
I don't know.
It's like riding a
I'm not-
bike.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, it's been a pleasure.
Well, go. Good luck to the
Yes,
boys today.
Thank you. Go Tar Heels.
Hey,
Yeah.
next time I see you, I'm gonna have some pants for you. They're gonna be smalls. Okay.
By the way,
So
we
you
are
can-
18 minutes away, not only from LAFC on the ESPN LA app, but also the NFL schedule is released.
Oh, yeah.
And we will break it down to levels beyond comprehension.
Trudell,
Come on,
thank you for
Vikings.
bringing basketball knowledge to this show.
Vikings are coming
I didn't
this
hear
way
it.
this year, I hear.
I didn't hear it.
You better get your laptop. You got 18 minutes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys.
See you, dude.
All right, Michael Trudell.
So, Cappy,
You're the man.
since we're doubling up here, I already
Yeah.
didn't, I did a read for my friend Jacob. You should tell us about your friends at Coors.
You know, I'm very happy to tell everybody about Coors. You know, the one thing, I was having a conversation with a friend of mine yesterday, and he said, I've heard you on the radio talking about Coors Light. And he said, I used to drink a different light beer. He goes, and I heard you talking about it, so I decided to try Coors Light. And he goes, I got to tell you something. Coors Light is a great beer. And I'm like, yes, it's a great beer because it's light and crispy and cool and refreshing and crushable. Okay. But by the same token, Coors Light has so much flavor that you can actually taste the fact that you are drinking a beer. So look, we are all about chill here in Southern California, whether it's out on the weekends, taking a nice beach walk or a nice hike, or you're going out for a beautiful drive somewhere. You turn on Sedano and Kap on the app from the week. We're all about chill, and I want you to visit the website.
That rhymed, by the way.
I know it did. I didn't mean to do that.
Sedano and
but-
Kap on the app.
But sometimes, like I just freestyle. Like
That could be the new slogan. If we want to promote the app, Sedano and Kap on the app.
That's a good. See,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
Here's what I want everybody to do, because if you are a Coors Light drinker and you can go to the store and pick it up yourself, you can have it delivered to your house. Visit cachoosechill.com. That's the website. cachoosechill.com. You can learn more. 2024 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. And when drinking that icy cold Coors Light, celebrate responsibly.
Hey, guys. What a time to be black and gold.
It's officially official. Olivier Giroud is black and gold.
The great French forward, Olivier Giroud, joins LAFC this summer.
Let's go black and gold.
In the meantime, the connection between Bouanga and Oliveira has been unstoppable.
Touch it and scores is Oliveira! He does it again from Denis!
Next up, LAFC visits St. Louis City SC. Pre-game starts tomorrow at 5 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
11 minutes in front of 5 o'clock. You better hurry up. Wednesday afternoon on this day in
I'm
1985.
just laughing. I don't even know what it's about.
Raspberry Beret was
neither.
released as a single by Prince. We've got 11 minutes until LAFC plays St. Louis. You can hear it on the all-new ESPN LA app. Just click the LAFC button. Currently, they don't have imaging.
I was going to ask, did you ever finish it?
You've got 10 minutes to do the imaging, you sucker. So I'm going to do that right here. I'll sit here and do the imaging for LAFC. Turn your mic on.
We've also got the schedule release coming up here in 10 minutes. Now, George, earlier this week, you said to me, who should be playing who on the opening weekend, right? And you said if you were the 49ers, for example, who do you think would make for a great matchup? I came up with the New York Jets, Aaron Rodgers, returned to the Bay Area, returned from the Achilles injury, etc. And then it was leaked that the Jets will open the season at the 49ers. How did I know this kind of stuff? Then you said, who should the Raiders open with? Who should the Chargers open with? You know what? I think the word on the street is Raiders-Chargers open head-to-head.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Raiders-Chargers close the season head-to-head.
That'd be cool.
I like that. I like that concept. Now, does anybody want to go to Brazil for an NFL football game? Is that where it's at? Is that where the Eagles are playing the Packers?
Correct.
In Brazil, huh?
Correct.
Never been. Like to go. Not really interested in that game so much to get me there, but want to go to Brazil. How about London? There's 3 games in London. Maybe Jacksonville, New England, now that I'm a big Patriots fan, perhaps. Just a thought. Or maybe Germany. Maybe Germany. Maybe Munich, Germany for a little Novemberfest. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Jacksonville, New England, in London, that sounds like a blast.
Well, I mean, I guess if it were Jacksonville, Cleveland, it'd be more fun,
No,
right?
it still wouldn't be fun.
No? Wouldn't be
No.
fun, huh?
I don't think so.
Really?
No.
So you're going to knock the Jacksonville Jaguars after Tony Khan came on this show yesterday?
It's more so the combination of the two.
Oh, so it's the Patriots
No,
that
it's
are a
just
problem.
no, it's like I said, the combination.
Okay, gotcha. Well, 9 minutes to go before we get the schedule release. Who will the Rams open with? And will the Chargers Raiders really open the season going head to head?
I believe that will be the case.
Okay, I sure hope so.
Yeah. So, real quick, Cappy,
Tell me,
before
tell
we
me.
go dive headfirst into the gridiron,
Okay.
let's finish one little piece of basketball business here. Brian Windhorst, who has been on television in what it seems like for 72 straight hours, had another nugget today.
Oh, really?
This time not on the Lakers head coaching situation, but on a potential addition to the roster. Let's
The
listen.
Lakers know that they need to improve their roster. They're going to be hunting for a star. We can debate about whether the 3-star method is the best thing to do in the modern NBA, but the Lakers have 3 first-round draft picks. Potentially they could make an offer. What would happen here, I think, if Donovan chose not to extend, he would be able to kind of direct the trade a little bit, because with 1 year on his contract, the Cavs can't get a premium unless the players stay. We've seen this play out over the past. And again, I just want to underscore this because I have to deal with Cleveland. I'm not saying he's leaving, okay? The other
That's where we cut him off in mid-sentence?
Wait, that's not the sound I sent this morning.
We cut my man Brian Windy off in mid-sentence. Hey, Cleveland, I'm not saying he's
Yeah.
I'm not saying he's leaving.
The sound I sent this morning actually included the conversation with the Lakers that he mentioned. And it was also clearer than that.
Why is that so fuzzy?
I mean, he had the Lakers on the three picks, but there was more to that conversation. But anyway, nonetheless.
What are you eating?
I'm eating a cough drop.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, watch the pipes.
Yeah, I got to watch the pipes, bro.
Really?
So anyway, nonetheless, Donovan Mitchell, I think Donovan Mitchell will be great, but I don't know if I think that if I were the Lakers, I would take the Boston model. And you know what that model is?
Build a team and hold on to a team for a long time?
Well,
like
use those
draft guys and cultivate those guys?
Use those assets to add more than one player.
Oh, that model.
So, they added Kristaps Porzingis this past season. The year before that, they added Derek White, who have been key cogs in their success. So I would try to do that. I feel like the Lakers roster could use a little more depth than what we've seen here the last year or so.
To me, listen, the notion of another quote-unquote superstar, I hate the idea. I hated it when Stephen A. Smith talked about it the other day when he talked about Kevin Durant. The only difference here with Donovan Mitchell is
he's younger.
He's quite a bit younger.
He's 28.
And to me, he's that kind of laser shooter that we're talking about. So that's what I was saying a few weeks ago. Shooter, big man. To me, that's what you need. Can you get a shooter who's not a star? And by the way, Donovan Mitchell's a basketball star. Like he's a known commodity in the NBA, but he's not like a superstar.
He's an all-star.
You know, he's an all-star basketball player. That's all I'm saying is he's not.
Right, but not everybody needs to be like someone that would be interviewed on Good Morning America,
This is
Cappy.
my point. My point is.
I mean, for the love of God, he's got to play basketball.
No, but you're missing my point. My point is that he's not some.
You're going to make me
overbearing-
irritate the pipes.
Well, hey, watch yourself. Watch yourself there, smart guy. Okay?
You got 5 minutes.
Come on. Listen, all I'm saying is he's a star, but he's not like a monster superstar.
Okay.
You
And
know?
what do you...
I'm saying this so to me,
Right.
Donovan Mitchell would work fine versus a Kevin Garnett. Do you understand the difference between
Durant.
Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
Difference between Kevin Durant, big superstar.
Right.
Donovan Mitchell, basketball star. Not monster superstar
Right.
who's one of the all-time greatest players in the history of the game.
Right.
Who has, ego and attitude.
Right.
I'm not saying Donovan Mitchell doesn't, but
Correct.
I'm saying that I think that he could come to the Lakers.
You think he would fit better?
I do.
Yeah.
Yes,
That was
I
a
do.
lot easier way to say that.
No, I'm trying to make the point. It's an important point to make. Very important. Because it's going to be hard for J.J. Redick in his first coaching job to manage all these personalities.
Right, so you want someone that's more manageable.
And I think Donovan Mitchell is certainly more manageable.
Sure, I would give you
than
that.
a
Donovan
Kevin
Mitchell's,
Durant.
he's a mensch.
He's a mensch.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that changes things for me right away.
Yeah.
I didn't realize he was such a mensch.
Yeah.
That means I like him that much more.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, look, Donovan Mitchell, that name's been talked about for a long time.
Right, but I think adding more pieces to the puzzle, I think, is probably is the step I would take. It just doesn't seem like the step that the Lakers historically would take, but I guess we'll see.
Again, laser shooter
Laser.
and big man.
Yeah.
You got to have both of those pieces
Yeah.
to be added to next year's roster.
Right, and they don't have to be, to your point, superstars.
They don't. They don't have to be Kevin Durant superstar. They don't have to be Russell Westbrook superstar.
Right.
They don't have to be that caliber.
They don't even need
player.
to be Donovan Mitchell
They
superstar.
really don't.
Yeah.
But Donovan Mitchell is not such an overbearing star
Yeah.
that you couldn't handle him on this roster.
Right.
And I knew that was going to happen with Russell Westbrook from day one. And that's exactly what would happen with Kevin Durant day one.
Right.
And it's going to be hard for J.J. Redick to coach a group of superstars when you're in your first job.
What happens if it's James Borrego?
It's not going to be James Borrego.
Or Quinny, your
It's
guy,
not,
Quinny.
It's not going to be Quinny.
You love Quinny.
I like the idea of somebody from the Heat culture. I like somebody from
What
the
if
Pat
it's
Riley
Sam
tree.
Cassell?
No strong opinion on Sam Cassell.
Yeah. Why are you laughing
Yeah, what are
over
you
there?
giggling about?
2.5 minutes. Yeah, no, it's funny if Sam Cassell. Do you really think people are going to be excited if Sam Cassell gets the job?
I don't think people are going to be excited about anybody other than J.J.
Maybe if
Redick.
it was
JJ Redick
1990
will incite a reaction.
Yes. Maybe if it was 1996, people would be excited about Sam Cassell.
Damn.
J.J. Redick will get people talking.
Sam Cassell's really good.
And J.J.
As a
Redick,
coach,
He's a good assistant.
I don't know.
Well, how did that work out
How
the
do I
last
measure
time?
that?
he's the players coach.
No, he's a good assistant. No, you're talking about
Darvin. I'm talking about Darvin.
Oh.
He was a great assistant. Everybody said players coach can be great.
guy.
I think that. No, look, I don't think that. I think the Lakers' job is inherently difficult for a number of reasons. Okay.
Inherently speaking?
Yes.
Just
So,
wanna make sure I'm
and
clear
many
on
of them, which we've already outlined for months, okay, and years even, I would say. But yeah, so if you're going to be a first-time coach, you have to have
Coach K behind you?
No, you have to have a galaxy brain. And I feel like JJ has that galaxy brain. I think there are some guys that have that. And also, I would say JJ's resume in the NBA, while being a really good role player, is probably a bit more respected than some of the other guys who you know, that have coached in the league recently, even in here.
Somebody said in the Circle of Trust that if J.J. Redick gets the Lakers job, he immediately becomes the best shooter the Lakers have.
He does. And by the way, he cannot be a player coach.
I know.
So
Too bad.
for Byron Scott, my friend,
Yeah.
that is against the rules these
Okay.
days.
Well, hey, Byron, don't worry about the rules. Your point was well made, okay? That LeBron should be the coach. And by the way, Byron, just to follow up on what you said,
Yeah.
if J.J. Redick gets the Lakers coaching job, guess who the head coach is?
JJ Redick?
No.
Why don't you tell us about your friends at East Central before we go dive deep to the gridiron and football?
Let me tell you something about the East Central that I really, really love about this hotel. I mean, first of all, it's the location, right?
I mean, it's right there.
It's right across the street
Yeah.
from LA Live.
Is the second one because Chris has adjoining rooms with you?
Will we didn't have adjoining rooms this time, but we were in the gym together on the treadmills, adjoining treadmills at 5:30 a.m. this morning.
That's very nice.
5:30 a.m.
Yeah.
We were up and at 'em early, working hard. Okay.
Right. Okay.
So here's what the East Central has that's great. Location, number one.
Yeah.
2, brand new gym.
Yeah.
3, excellent bar restaurant in Nixo.
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful mural of Kobe down on the ground floor.
Saw it, yeah.
Okay. All the rooms are the biggest hotel rooms in all of downtown LA.
Wow.
But you know what else that they have? And Chris, I don't know if you noticed this or not. They've got the softest mother effing towels in the East Central hotel rooms
good towels.
of any hotel I've ever stayed in. You could take me to the Four Seasons. You could take me to the most expensive hotels on the planet. Nobody has got better towels than the East Central. And I think that's an important point to make. And I wanted to make it. What do you think about that?
Sounds good to me, Jack.
I like the towels.
They're good towels.
It's time for the pregame open to play.
All right, book your next stay at eastcentralhotel.com. That's eastcentralhotel.com. The East Central Hotel in downtown LA is entertainment's official address.
Entertainment, Jack.
Individual. What a time to be black and gold.
It's officially official. Olivier Giroud is black and gold.
The great French forward, Olivier Giroud, joins LAFC this summer.
Let's go black and gold.
In the meantime, the connection between Bouanga and Oliveira has been unstoppable.
Cuts it in and scores is Oliveira! He does it again from Denis!
Next up, LAFC visits St. Louis City SC. Pregame starts tomorrow at 5 p.m. on the ESPN LA app.
All right, Parker.
What's up, Greg?
Spring training. All right, Parker.
Jeez. Little Otani and Dodger blue.
Yeah, why are you looking at the camera?
I don't know. Let's start over.
All right, Parker. Dodger spring training.
That's right, Greg. Otani and Dodger blue.
Yeah, Yamamoto's here. Pretty excited about that one.
Tons of new faces. I mean, Kike's back.
Yes, it's great. Maybe we should talk about it on the ESPN LA YouTube channel.
I like that idea. What do you say, 9:30, 9:55?
Right, leading right into Travis and Sliwa. Get a couple guests.
Maybe Marcus Grant, Travis Rogers, perhaps?
Yep, just have a bunch of people come in. Maybe Clinton Yates will even find his way in.
Oh, you know, you always want to have the handsome man president right there.
Absolutely. All right, well, I think we should do that. We'll do it every day, Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 9:55 on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. Thanks to LAX.
.502 in the Southland. If you are looking for LAFC St. Louis, it is on the all-new ESPN LA app. Just hit the LAFC tile. Meanwhile, we are moments, just moments, until the NFL schedule. Turn your mic on.
It's happening right
until
now.
the NFL schedule is released, we will bring you all the information, all the matchups, everything you crave, almost as much as you crave what you need to know.
Brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are.
Take it away, producer Lizzie.
Thanks, Christopher. All right, so the days of free refills may soon be over at McDonald's. According to a report from Marketplace today, McDonald's plans to phase out these self-serve soda machines by 2032.
No.
And at that time, individual locations can decide whether or not they're going to charge for refills. A lot of McDonald's have already removed the self-serve beverage machines, but customers are taking notice. And I feel like, you know, that's a lot of money for McDonald's. That's big money. If they're talking about charging 10, 20, 50 cents for refills, that's a lot of comes out to be millions of dollars. They serve like 60 million people a day. So yeah, you're going to have to pay for refills starting in the next 5 years.
But how do they even keep track of that? You know what I mean? Like the employees are just going to keep track of that?
But I have a question. Wait, so they're going to remove the self-serve soda thingies?
Well, they've
So you just have to go
already-
back, right?
Right,
Yeah.
now I got to go waste somebody's time at the counter?
Yes.
Right, when there's
Yes.
already probably a busy restaurant.
Not to mention that they've tried to eliminate using human beings in these restaurants because when you walk in, there's like an iPad. It's like, hey, order
Yeah,
it
huge
here.
thing, yeah,
Right, order
right.
your Big Mac and your fries here, which,
Yeah.
by the way, I haven't had a Big Mac in probably 20 years. And it would sound really good if I wasn't on this killer diet right now. I'm all healthy. Had a salmon salad last night.
Right. That's right.
I mean, the waiter actually looked at me. He's like, "Did you just really order a salmon salad, pal?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Don't you always get like the 4 taco platter, baked fried beans, whatever, you know?"
What kind of dressing?
I don't know, some kind of balsamic vinaigrette.
Oh, it sounds
You know?
delicious.
Yeah, it was lovely. Actually, quite lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you guys like having Coca-Cola at all?
I don't really drink it all
I don't
that
drink
often.
soda, man.
Yeah, I don't really drink soda that often. You know?
McDonald's has the best Coca-Cola.
They do they?
Yeah, like they store it. I think they freeze it before they, you can filter it out through the fountain or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I do like good ice though. Like Chick-fil-A got the best ice.
Sonic has the best ice.
Sonic does have good ice. I'll give you Sonic has good ice.
All right, you ready for this Rams schedule?
The whole Rams schedule?
I got it.
All right, because I see week 1 is exactly what we predicted.
Yes. It is the Detroit Lions, week 1.
The rematch with Jared Goff.
Yep.
The newly paid Jared Goff, the new $212 million Jared Goff.
Jared Goff. Good for Jared Goff, by the way, getting paid. So, yeah.
Are you going to start with preseason, though?
Oh, do you want preseason too?
Let's go Sunday.
Okay.
August 11th.
Okay, yeah, against the Dallas Cowboys.
At SoFi Stadium. A battle for the ages in preseason.
Preseason battle for the ages, really?
Then they have a really tough away game at the Chargers in week 2 of the preseason.
With no offense, will the Chargers in preseason dazzle the Los Angeles Rams football team?
You mean to tell me that Stan Kroenke is allowing a Rams-Chargers game at SoFi as a Charger home game? Mm-hmm. Unacceptable.
And then week 3, August 24th.
At the Houston Texans.
The Rams will travel to Houston. Hello.
Right. All right, so week 1, Sunday Night Football. So it'll be Mike Tirico and Chris Collinsworth.
Which means you can turn down the sound possibly and turn on the ESPN LA app.
On September 8th at Detroit. So they're going to the Motor City. All right. Week 2, they will be taking on the Arizona Cardinals. It's hard to read. This thing is so small,
Well,
dude.
go to the Rams.com. It's big.
Okay, well,
The Rams travel to the desert.
I'm looking at what they tweeted.
You're wearing your glasses.
I get it, but it's really small, dude.
That's a 1:05 kickoff on Sunday, September 15th.
There you go.
By the way, that Charger game in week 2. Preseason. game.
Preseason.
I understand.
Come on, why
Now
are
I
you
get
throwing
it.
us off?
Now I get it.
Sedano and I are in a groove.
No, he's not in a groove. He can't see anything.
Okay, now I got
his back.
it.
I got his back.
I got it. All right, so yeah, week 2, Arizona Cardinals.
At Arizona.
All right, week 3, they are hosting the Niners.
A 125 kickoff.
Tough game. Tough game.
When you say they're hosting the Niners.
Don't do it.
I mean,
do you mean that the Niners are hosting the Rams in SoFi Stadium? Hey, Rams fans, let's get it together this year. Okay, it's week 3. How about a home field advantage? How about shutting out the Niner fans in week 3? How about let's do that?
so Niners week 3 here, and then they travel week 4 to Chicago. The Windy City to take on
the
Caleb.
man
of Troy.
That's right.
Caleb Williams.
That's a 10 a.m. kickoff on
Yeah.
September 29th at Soldier Field.
Yeah.
The Monsters of the Midway battle the Rams' high-powered offense.
And then they got some tough games to start the season.
It's not easy, Jack.
All right, so then they got Green Bay at home.
And hey, listen, don't
Sunday,
forget.
October 6th.
That's a 125 kickoff, which means it's a late kickoff in Green Bay. Could it be cold in October, Cappy?
No, the game's here.
Here.
At SoFi Stadium, that's what I said.
Right.
125 kickoff.
Right, and could it be cold? Probably not.
Yeah.
It could be in October.
Yes, listen.
Nah, it's hot here in October.
Yeah, it's sticky.
It's real summertime.
It could be sticky.
The Green Bay Packers, let's not forget, last year, first year with their starting quarterback,
Jordan Love,
who then went on the road in the playoffs, beat the Cowboys,
He
where
did.
they had been undefeated at home throughout the regular season.
Right.
And really had this team positioned to win the following week in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So don't sleep on the Packers.
Here's Cappy. Sedano, isn't this interesting? Say it. Coming up.
Week 6, hold on, it's a bye.
Yeah.
Just letting people know.
But
Then
that's
week 7.
But that's an early buy
It's a
for
very
an
early
old
buy.
quarterback.
It's a very early buy.
It is an early buy for an old quarterback. That's an excellent point.
Thank you.
I thought you were referring to week 7,
No,
which is
go ahead.
interesting. When the Las Vegas Raiders come to SoFi.
Okay, see, this is another situation. I said it in week 3. You can't let the Niner fans take over SoFi
You
Stadium.
can't let the Raider fans do that.
You don't want the Raider and here's the thing about Rams fans. I get
JT
it.
the Brick is bringing the black hole to SoFi.
I know he will. I listen, Rams fans, I get it. Raider fans in LA want to go see the Raiders in LA so bad, they'll pay top dollar.
Right.
And if you're a Rams season ticket holder, you can literally make your season on selling tickets to the
those
Raider
two
fans.
those two games.
Right.
Yeah.
And in particular to the Raider game, because you're like, I don't want to go to the Raider game
'Cause I'm gonna get beat up.
I don't want to get shanked. I don't want to get shanked in the stadium. You know what I mean?
I mean, you're way worse
Right.
than me.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
I just said beat up.
Hey, dude, it's happened. Okay, people have been stabbed in the stadiums.
All right,
when they're at home.
Not at SoFi.
Okay?
They
In
haven't been
San
stabbed.
Diego,
Yeah,
that
they haven't been
happened.
stabbed at SoFi.
Right, but what I'm saying to you is that the fans who have the tickets are willing to sell the tickets
Come on, man.
because they don't want to go be around the Raider element.
I don't need an 8 a.m. call tomorrow morning.
From who?
From who?
From who? From the Raiders?
No, where they're
From
reviewing
Antonio Pierce?
Where they're reviewing the tape. Who's this Cappy guy?
What do you mean, who's this Cappy
All
guy?
right, so week 8, they are home again.
Oh.
And this time they will host Mike Trudell's Minnesota Vikings.
Thursday night football.
Yeah.
And the quarterback from
That means
Michigan.
you and I are off early, no YouTube.
No,
Oh,
there's
there's YouTube that night?
No, you guys are doing the Rams pregame show.
Oh, really? hey, listen.
No show that day, Cappy.
Hey, look, you're going to see Caleb Williams.
No, combo play. You're doing noon to 3 with Mason and I.
We're doing the morning show that day.
Maybe.
Caleb Williams
Live from-
earlier.
the morning show live from SoFi.
We're going to see Caleb Williams with the Bears.
Yeah.
And then
J.J. McCarthy, right.
with the Vikings.
Yeah.
Presuming that he's going to be the starter.
We assume, yeah. And that'll be Uncle Al. Your guy Uncle Al will be here.
Hey, Uncle Big
And
Al.
he won't get him on the show because he's embarrassed by us.
Yeah, he is. You're embarrassed by us. It's fine. Then Sunday, November 3rd, they go to the 12th man, to Seattle, to face the Seahawks. And now they've done well up in Seattle historically. So
And I don't know what the Seahawks are now in the post-Pete Carroll era.
yeah, right. I mean, it's still Geno Smith at the moment.
Right, but that's not. I
Right,
mean,
we
he had
don't
one
know
good
what they're
year.
going to look like. Right, yeah. Different head coach, of course, right? Week 10 Monday Night Football on
Monday Night
11/11. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
11/11. Yeah.
Another Monday Night Football game.
The Miami Dolphins. You and I won't have to work that day either.
Dude, is that a YouTube
No,
day?
no. That's
another combo plate.
Another combo plate?
5:15 from Monday Night Football at SoFi.
Can I do the combo? Can we do the combo play from SoFi?
That would be lovely.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, if we can do the combo play from SoFi,
I'm in.
then that's fine, and we can stick around for the game.
Yeah,
Look at this. You know Cappy's road tripping on week 11.
maybe.
Oh, week 11 at Gillette Stadium, Cappy's New England Patriots.
This was like my worst nightmare that this was the date of this game.
Why?
Because
Why?
that was the weekend that I'm supposed to go take the show down to the big island of Hawaii for the Ironman World Championships.
Oh, boy.
So I got to check my calendar. Maybe I'll be able to go to New England for my New England Patriots against my Rams. And then
So
Sean
when is
McVay's
the
going to be
Ironman
pissed off
thing?
at me.
When is the
I got to
Ironman
go
thing?
check the date, but it's in right in that area.
And he was telling so many stories last night at dinner about his Ironman.
Dude, that's an incredible accomplishment.
Did I tell a lot last night?
Yeah, bike riding in
Well,
France
no,
or
the
something.
race
Let me tell you
across
something.
America, yeah.
If I ran an Ironman,
Yeah.
I would never stop talking
Well,
about
that's the thing. They say you train for a year, you brag for a lifetime.
it. You should.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
You know what,
I give you a lot of crap.
Yeah.
That one you can talk about forever.
Okay, listen, you know what? Now that I'm looking at the date,
Respect the Ironman.
Mason and Ireland will be on until they have an iron lung.
November 17, Rams at Patriots.
Right.
I'm saying right now, we're going to road trip to that game.
We are?
We're going to road trip
No,
to that
we're not.
game. Yes,
No,
we
we're
are.
not.
I'm going to be in the NBA season
That's
during
the
that. I'm going to be in college football season
That's
at
the
that time.
that's the Northeast.
I'm
Yeah.
going there.
It's cold,
for that
dude.
game. Got to go for that game.
All right,
And
anyway.
then Sean McVay's going to be all pissed off at me. So Kaplan, who are you rooting for?
When is Thanksgiving, by the way?
That should
Thanksgiving
be
is in
coming up
November.
after week 12.
It's in November.
I get that part. I'm just
So
saying, like, what
unless
day?
it's an early Thanksgiving, it would be. Well, no, maybe it was before week 12.
So, hold on.
Why don't you look it up, Cappy?
It's the 28th.
So it's after week 12.
So it's after week 12. So week 12, then the Philadelphia Eagles are coming to SoFi.
And that's a Sunday nighter.
Sunday night football.
Yeah.
There's a lot of primetime games for the Rams so far.
Right.
Great point. Great point, Cappy.
Thank you so much.
And, by the way, another fan base that's going to travel.
Oh, the Eagles fans, they go nuts.
That's
They-
right.
They don't just take over.
DeAndre's
That's
Eagles.
right. We got to go.
Right. They don't just take over like somebody's stadium. They'll take over the Cowboys stadium.
We got to
You
see
know?
Swoop.
You got to fly bird.
That's right.
All right, so then Thanksgiving after that week, and then week 13 at the New Orleans Saints at the site of the next Super Bowl.
You know what? That's another road trip. That's another road trip.
That
I'm
one
going on.
I would want to pull off. Yeah, sure. That one, okay. I'm with you on that.
I mean, I got my. Well, you know what? My daughter won't be back yet. She's got the semester abroad. Forget it. I'm not going to New Orleans.
okay,
till the
forget
Super
it.
Bowl.
All
Keep
right.
going.
Next, week 14, December 8th. They
125
host.
kickoff.
They host the Buffalo Bills on Fox. So there'll be a Tom Brady game.
Oh.
But let me tell you something. This is a great game for the Rams. Because
Is it?
Yes, I'll explain why. Because you see, if you're playing New England on the road in November,
that means you get Buffalo here. You don't have to go to Buffalo
correct.
in November, in December.
And so New England is not expected to be a playoff caliber team. You're on the road, you're in the weather, but you're a much better team
Right,
on
they
paper.
stink. Yeah.
The Bills are expected to be a real playoff contender.
And you got them at home.
And you get them at home.
Right.
You don't got to travel cross country again, and you don't have to deal with the weather. So here you are in December against the Bills.
Yeah.
In probably what is a playoff game,
Right.
playoff caliber game.
Well, the end of the season is also brutal for them. The beginning and the end is brutal for them. I mean, it's a tough schedule overall. But all right, so Week 15, December 12th, another Thursday night game.
See, another primetime game.
Yeah.
Oh, man, we got a lot of days
Another
off.
day off.
Oh, my
Mondays,
God.
Thursdays.
Yeah. Oh,
Combo plate.
so many good days
It's
off.
a Rams combo plate Thursday.
Yeah, so many days off. The Niners, at the Niners in Santa Clara.
Week 15.
Yeah,
It's
that's going to be a big game.
That's a tough game.
That
It's
could
a
be
huge game.
for the division.
Could be. It's a huge game.
Yeah. Then they're back on the road again the following week, right before Christmas on December 22nd, a 1 o'clock Eastern, 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. Pacific, at the Jets and Aaron Rodgers.
Let me just say this. So I just said that Buffalo in December in SoFi is a good thing because they're a playoff
Yeah, but
caliber
now they're
team.
going to the Jets, which is a tough game.
And
great defense.
And if Aaron Rodgers stays healthy, who knows what the Jets might turn into?
Right, they could be a 9-10 win team.
And because of where the Rams are and because of the NFC West playing against the AFC East,
Yeah.
those cross-country trips.
That's tough.
It is
those early starts.
There's a lot of data that says West Coast teams traveling to the East Coast playing in the early window.
Yeah, not good.
Right.
Yeah. So last two games, Arizona and Seattle, TBD on week 17 and 18 because they got to figure out like the flex scheduling at that point. So that's your Rams schedule.
It's a great
I got like
schedule.
10 or 11 wins.
That's a really good schedule.
Yeah, I got like 10 or 11.
I didn't do a win-loss while we were going
I
through
mean, we
it.
could do that later if you
Yeah,
want.
but
Yeah.
I mean, Detroit's
Your
a tough
buddy's
game.
coming in today, right?
My buddy David Lasher's coming in.
David Lasher.
That's
He was
right.
in Hey Dude.
Thank you.
He was in a lot of things.
So as of now,
Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
That's right.
5 primetime games without the flex.
Without the flex. I mean,
That's
the last
interesting.
two aren't going to be flexed, though.
That Seattle game could be, depending on what the division
Yeah,
looks
I guess
like.
that's fair. That's fair. Fair.
The Seattle game could be flexed, you're saying? Could
Week
be
18.
flexed. Could be flexed
Because
in.
it could be like
Yeah, it
an
could be.
important
It
game.
could be.
Like,
Yeah.
you know.
I guess.
Flex this, Cappy.
Now, Cappy, do you want to go over the Raiders and Chargers next?
I would love to.
Yeah.
We're
we can
going to
do
break
that.
it all down.
I would love to.
All right. Well, let's do that in a second. But first, Christopher, tell us about your friends at Underdog.
So last night was a tough night. SGA didn't do what I needed him to do. But I'm still loving Underdog Fantasy Sports. You know why, Cappy?
Tell me.
Well, actually, you can't say it. You know why, Sedano?
Why?
Because I got Underdog Fantasy Fever.
Yeah.
Promo code 710. Go to UnderdogFantasy.com. Download their easy-to-use mobile app. Here's what I got tonight. Basic night. I'm just going simple. 2 picks. Jason Tatum, lower than 15.5 in the second half. And Luka tonight, lower than 28.5. I'm going a $5 entry for $15. So you can do 2 or 5 entries to make your pick'em entry. I got to win some money back. I've been having a tough road, but I love Underdog. I'm watching games I would never watch. I'm talking sports with people that I would never talk to and give them points and give them ideas. Underdog Fantasy is super easy to play. It's even easier to get started. Promo code 710. Go and get their easy-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com. Promo code 710. Underdog will give you a mystery special pick to use on your first pick'em and a special deposit offer. Who doesn't love that? That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code 710 to claim your new customer special of a mystery player pick and your deposit offer. You got to do that while I'm doing a read?
Do what?
You're like
Do
playing
what?
with your Pellegrino bottle.
Yeah.
You're dropping a cap.
I was undoing my Pellegrino.
Must be 18 and over. Present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
You need to focus.
That promo code is 710. Underdog Fantasy. UnderdogFantasy.com. What's your problem?
Focus. You need to focus.
Do you see? Look how small this print
Come
is.
on. Now, who can see such
I mean,
a thing?
I love
Come
the
on.
Rams, but this thing that they put on their
it's
Twitter.
the
Look at the
Rams.
graphic
come
we
on,
put up at
Rams.
ESPN LA. The great Carlos Isus got that up there.
I'm just saying, that's what I was looking at originally. I went on their Twitter.
Come
now,
on,
here's
Rams.
the thing. Send me your picks in my DMs.
Because you need some help.
I need some help.
Wait, now you're taking my bit?
I'm not taking your bit. I'm
That's
doing
my
a
bit.
No, here's how I'm going
I
to
like
top
this
it.
Carlos Saisu thing.
Here's
it's very
how I'm going
clean.
to top
Yeah,
it.
tell me.
Send me your picks,
Yeah.
and they use promo code 710 at underdogfantasy.com or the easy-to-use mobile app.
Okay.
Show you their lightning bolts?
Show me the lightning bolt, and I got a special party. I'm picking up the drinks at the Sunset Room soon.
Okay.
When?
Soon.
All right.
Well, are you going on the podcast?
I'll go on the
With
Two Dudes
Casper?
One Pod.
Okay.
Pepe
All right.
was on there.
I saw that. He focused.
We've got more football. Okay? You guys can settle your little beef in the break. We got to go to break. We'll be back in a moment.
Look at that.
The Ace of Base bit. 5:23 on a Wednesday afternoon. The NFL schedule is out. Go to ESPN Los Angeles for the latest on who the Rams will play this year. Meanwhile, on this day in 1994, the number one hit, Ace of Base. I saw the sign, and it said Cappy's got 50 days left on his contract.
I think it's less than that.
What's the date?
Well, then I got to hurry up with this Trudell paperwork.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that I figure I'm taking off like 2 weeks in June.
Oh no, but he's talking about the actual expiration date.
Right, but I'm just saying, like, we're in that limited period of time here now.
What's
You know?
limited about
Are
it?
we in the exclusive negotiating window?
Well, I just think that I figure if I'm out at the end of June, I might as well take off as much time as I can before that and get paid for it. You know what I'm
Go
saying?
do your thing, dude.
Right.
I wouldn't be mad at you.
Thanks.
Well, you'll get paid on it on the exit.
Oh, is that how it goes?
Yeah, usually.
You get paid on what?
It's
On
California.
the exit.
The extra vacation days that you have
Yeah,
left over?
You get paid.
You don't
Plus
have
severance.
leftover vacation days.
Plus
How do you
severance.
know?
According to
Because-
Corporate Greg, neither of you have any.
Yeah.
He's been doing the math.
Yeah, he did the math. He said that you ran out long ago.
Oh, really?
This is how he thinks he's got you. But
Oh,
I told
really?
him, why don't we slow down? Let's not start a war of the
I
week.
got him.
Listen, I count exactly how many vacation days
Well,
I
so
get.
is he apparently. So you got to take that up with him. I'm staying out of this.
Okay, he can take it up with me because I have them literally counted in here, and I have the company holidays that I count because I work them. Those are comp days in my contract.
Well, what if we did comp days for the YouTube stuff? What about that?
No,
You don't want comp days?
I like comp days.
You might need them in the end of December, he says.
I don't need them.
I'm going on what he said. I'm trying to stay out of this.
Let me tell you something.
It
If
doesn't sound
corporate
like you're
Greg,
staying out
if
of it.
corporate Greg wants to go to war with me, remember the last two people that went to war with me.
Who? Who were they?
I'm just saying.
Who were
They
the
didn't
last
win.
two people?
They're not here anymore.
Who went to
George
war?
is.
Well, that is true.
Who were the two people?
But I was also kind of like his. I was on his force.
Did you go to war with LZ?
No.
Well, he's not here.
Stop.
Well, who'd you go to war with?
Anyway, all right, let's get the NFL
You're not going
music.
to tell me?
It's more NFL music.
Oh, wow. You guys
Do you want to do the Raiders or the Chargers?
It's National Chocolate Chip Day, by the way.
Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
That's quality. Let's do the
Should I
Raiders.
just call him to like rattle him? Is his home?
No, he's sick. He's sick.
Oh.
Leave a kid alone, will
Leave
you?
him alone.
Leave him alone, George.
It's like at the end of Casino. He's still breathing. Leave him alone.
Come on, leave him alone. Leave the kid alone.
Raiders, Chargers.
Let's go Raiders.
Week 1 at the Chargers.
Okay, that's an interesting game.
It is fascinating.
It is. It is. I mean, Jim Harbaugh's debut at home against your division rival with Antonio Pierce as your head coach now, trying to bring in a whole new attitude, and Gardner Minshew leading the Raiders into town. I like it.
At Baltimore, week 2.
I mean, come on, man.
That's tough.
Week two, you got Jim Harbaugh on the road at John Harbaugh.
Right, brothers Harbaugh.
You got the Harbaugh Bowl in week 2.
Yeah.
You'll see Dad Jack Harbaugh,
Yeah.
Mom Harbaugh.
Your guy. You love Jack.
I love Jack
Yeah, I
Harbaugh
know.
because he likes to lay the wood.
Yeah. You kept talking about Jack like the entire time during Michigan's playoff run.
Seriously, when I was in college, right? He was our coach, our assistant head coach, and every time he walked by me, he'd go, Cap,
Lay the wood.
Cap, you ready to lay the wood? I'm like, you darn right, I'm ready to lay the wood, coach. I'm the kicker. I lay that wood.
All right, week 3. Carolina Panthers at home. Week 4, Lindsay's Browns. The Raiders are taking on the Browns in Las Vegas.
Lindsay told me
I'm
she's
going
going to
to it.
Vegas.
Going to it.
There you go.
She's going to Vegas.
Hit up John the Brick.
Week 5 at the Broncos. Week 6 at home against the Steelers. Steelers fans are going to take over that stadium.
Now that's a game. I must admit, I've never been to the Raiders' new stadium. I've not been inside of it yet.
Yeah.
JT the Brick's been telling me, Cap, you got to come. The Steelers in Vegas. Oh, yins are going to go down over the town in that.
Yeah.
Yins are going to pan some iron lights in that, some ice lights.
Week 7, Cappy.
Yeah.
We already discussed this at the Rams.
I'm there.
Week 8, they host the Chiefs in Vegas. Week 9 at the Bengals.
This is a tough schedule.
Yeah,
Whoa.
it is brutal. Week 10, the bye. Week 11 in Miami for an early start, so they're going to like melt there.
Mm-hmm.
Week 12, they host Denver. Week 13 at Kansas City. Not good. That's a Friday night, so that's the Black Friday game on Amazon.
Okay. Why's it got to be Black Friday?
Because that's what they call it.
Oh, well, that's racist.
Yeah, perhaps. Week 14 at Tampa Bay.
Oy vey, this travel.
Yeah. Week 15 at home against Atlanta.
Okay.
Week 16, they host Jacksonville.
Mm-hmm.
And week 17 at New Orleans. And then TBD Chargers to end the season.
Okay, start with the Chargers, end with the Chargers. But if you're a Raiders fan, you had to hear, I mean, obviously you're going to get Denver twice, you're going to get Kansas City twice, but you got to go to Miami, you got to go to Tampa, you've got to go on the road at Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Wow, and you got Pittsburgh at home. That is a tough schedule.
You want to do the Chargers now?
Yeah, go for
I mean,
it.
we know they're playing the Raiders to start and finish. But at Carolina, week 2.
Lame.
Okay. By the way, you said the brothers Harbaugh. We were doing the Raiders schedule, now that I think about it before.
Oh, you're right. I was thinking Chargers.
Wait a second. That's why
Why
I was
didn't you correct me?
I was confused
Where
for a
were
second.
Correcting you now.
I was like, did I?
You're a little late.
Yeah, you're right. I just realized that because we're doing the Chargers schedule.
Yeah,
now.
well, I think I had it up where it said Chargers and then it had Raiders.
Yeah. All right. So
keep
week
going.
3, the Steelers are coming to L.A.
Now, okay, another one of these games where
Wait, but they're playing. Oh, no. That's at Pittsburgh. My bad. Okay.
So wait, Chargers at
Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Okay, Chargers
Yeah.
at Pittsburgh.
Yeah. Week 4, host Kansas City here.
Oof.
Yeah. Week 5, early bye.
Early bye. Very early bye.
Week 6 at Denver.
Okay.
Week 7 at Arizona.
All right.
Week 8, New Orleans. Not so hard anymore. That's like a nice stretch there.
Yep.
They got 3 easy games. Week 9 at Cleveland. That's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
Then they host Tennessee. That's an easier one. I don't think they're going to be that good.
But they're always physical. So.
Sure, but they're not good.
Yeah, but physicality wins in the NFL. As somebody once said.
But you don't think Harbaugh's going to be physical?
No, I do. I think he's going to try and be physical.
I mean, he doesn't eat chicken because he's a nervous bird.
I know, but do you understand that by the time they play Tennessee, Joey Bosa won't be playing?
He's got those soft tissue tears.
He'll be hurt.
All right, week 11, they host Cincinnati. That's tough. Then
game.
week 12, they host Baltimore.
The brothers Harbaugh.
There we go. Now we finally get
Jack
the
Harbaugh's going to lay the wood.
No,
Right.
that's not. That's a Monday night game before the Thanksgiving week. So there you go.
Monday nighter.
Yeah. Week 13. Okay.
All right.
At Atlanta.
Okay, Atlanta.
Yeah. Week 14 at Kansas City.
Oof.
Week 15 Tampa Bay.
Home.
At home. They're home again. Week 16 for Denver, and then they finish at your Patriots in Week 17, and then obviously at the Raiders.
And the game is not the date.
TBD for those.
Right. So at the Patriots, do I want to go see my Patriots beat up on my former Chargers?
I don't think that's actually going to happen, but
Oh yeah, for sure. Oh yeah, definitely. By that time, everybody will be hurt for the Chargers. They'll find a way to screw things up.
All right, so let's break here. We'll do Radio Tinder, and then I want to do the Niners before we go.
Okay.
And then let's just do some quick predictions on the way out in that last segment before your buddy stops by.
My boy David Lasher's coming in today.
I was going to call him Ted Lasher for
Why
some
you call
reason.
him Ted Lasher?
I don't
He's
know.
Ted from Hey Dude.
Right.
That's
yeah,
why.
That's why.
Right.
Yes.
And everybody's excited about Hey Dude. He's my boy. I never even saw Hey
Yeah,
Dude.
that's a great show.
Hey, dude.
I never saw Hey Dude.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch?
Yeah, I know that one.
Okay.
90210.
I don't remember him in
He
90210.
was towards the later years. Wasn't he the one of the first gay
Blossom?
characters on
Yes.
primetime TV?
He was the first gay dude, but he's straight.
Yeah, but he played one.
Cappy, tell us about your prize picks for tonight before we go to Radio Tinder.
Let me tell everybody about last night, because last night I made a huge comeback on Prize Picks, okay? So here's what I did. Last night I had a few baseball players combined with one basketball player. Now, the basketball player was Josh Hart from the Knicks, and he had to get 9.5 rebounds. Did you get him? He got 11.
Good for you.
Okay. So I got that one, and I got all my baseball guys who came through for me. Now listen to this. A $20 play on Prize Picks, 6 times my money, $120. So $20 turned into $120. Now, as for tonight, I'm not playing. Here's why. Because I took Caitlin Clark last night to score more than half a point. That's it. Just half a point. Okay? I put her together with the 17-year-old international phenomenon in the world of darts known as Luke Littler. And all he needs to do tomorrow is get more than 3 180s. And then I put him and Caitlin Clark together. $20 turns into $60. Let's do something beautiful.
Yeah.
All right? It's a big comeback for me.
I love it, Cappy.
Download the Prize Picks app. Use my code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. They match your first deposit 100% up to $100. Again, the code is CAPPY. You guys, the 710 Circle, have made us the #1 Prize Picks sports radio station in America. So, download that Prize Picks app. Use my code CAPPY. Get into the game with 5 million of us that are all playing on Prize Picks.
So real quick, before we go to Radio Tinder,
Yep.
Bergman thinks he's got me. I'm checking my notes. Oh, I got him.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
I will tell you before Radio Tinder next.
John, Find out more at therams.com or see our social media at ESPN Los Angeles.
Bergman, just know, I got you.
Will you stop?
I'm just telling him.
What is this that we're playing?
How do you not know this?
I don't know it either. I don't know anything about country music.
Well, I know a lot about country, but I don't know the song.
This is Hey Dude.
Oh.
Hey Dude theme song.
Oh, is the Hey Dude guy on?
No, he's coming nice. Cappy's buddy.
Is he coming in studio?
Yeah.
Ted Lasher.
Yeah.
Not Ted Lasher.
What about Ted Lasso?
Ted
David
Lasso's not
Lasher.
coming
David
either.
Lasher.
You can follow her at Winzy Baseball on Twitter or Instagram.
Yeah.
Don't forget about our sponsor, Tequila Mandala. Always swipe right on Tequila Mandala. Founded in the city of Downey, just like me. Take it away, producer Lindsay.
Hey Dude. Do you think that's really that guy's voice? Is it really that deep? Like his voice really that deep?
You
that
guys
sings
all
that
know
song?
this show, Hey Dude. I swear to you,
I remember Hey
never,
Dude.
I never saw this show.
I didn't remember the theme song, but I've seen the show. Yeah.
DeAndre
They're
knows
too young.
the show.
But
I don't know
No,
this
they're
song.
they're
You
too
don't?
young.
No.
But me and Funch
Yeah, I
grew
remember
up
the
on Nickelodeon.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't grow up on it, but I know the show. Yeah.
It's a great show. It was a kid's show though, Cappy, so I can understand. You know.
What years was that show?
Oh, I had to be like 91,
91,
92.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah. It was
Okay.
great. It was like probably one of the first TV shows I ever watched.
I was busy. back in 91.
Yeah,
and
it
92.
started I want to say I was like in middle school when it started.
I was doing what Coach Harbaugh asked me to do. I was laying the wood.
Laying wood.
That's right.
Right.
That's exactly what I was doing.
Take it away, Lynn.
All right, guys. So the Joker got his MVP award today, and
No, yesterday.
yesterday. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, and I just want to play this little clip when he received his MVP award on how he feels about getting the award.
Got a clip? Anybody got a clip?
That's a very interesting clip.
I mean,
No
he-
clip?
Well,
it
like
actually
I
is
said
kind
in
of
it-
like what he would say anyway.
Another MVP, but for me it's just basketball. I don't know why other players cry when they get this trophy. What I do is I end up giving it to my horses to play with. That brings joy in my heart.
He
So,
gives it to his horses.
yes, to play with
The
and
horse.
Not only that, but
Nothing worse than the horse.
it brings joy to his heart to watch his horses play with his MVP award.
I love it.
So I was going to
absolutely
ask,
love
do you think that like players are offended by this?
No, everybody knows that's just his thing. Like, it's his bit, you know?
But you don't think anyone's going to be like, man, that's disrespectful?
No.
No one?
Oh, I think some people will be. And
I feel
I
like
know other
someone
people
will.
will be like, this is what's going wrong with the NBA. How this guy doesn't appreciate the MVP. I'm like, hey, guys, this guy cares more about winning championships than he does about individual honors.
No, he even said when he won that he gets more joy seeing his horses win.
Right. Didn't he say that about the MVP trophy?
Right, but I'm saying when he won the championship, he was like, "Oh, it's great, it's fine, you know, I like winning, but I like what I like more is watching my horses win."
Was that your Joker
Yeah,
impression?
that was
That was
my
pretty
Joker.
good.
That was pretty good,
That was
right?
pretty good. You want to do like a
They
Joker
want
versus Shaq?
my horses to win. Yes.
I'm gonna turn off the phone.
I like it. I like that he's so nonchalant about it. Hey, I'm a basketball player. I go out and I play basketball.
He's also sneaky funny, man. Like, if you listen to him like that, that's funny.
Kind of like
he's-
Sliwa. Very sneaky. Very
Sliwa is funny.
Very sneaky.
Sneaky funny.
I like when he said that.
I didn't understand one word.
I'm
he
a
said.
furry.
Mother bleeper.
Yeah. Mother fire.
Mother far, because he can't swear.
He didn't
you know?
want to swear, so he caught himself.
It's like something that you would do, Kev.
I would just.
Oh, mama. I'm gonna turn off the phone.
That's what Greg's saying right now.
I'm gonna turn off the phone.
All right, so would you guys
Don't.
drink?
Rest up and
Don't.
get better, I was
Don't
going to
do
say.
it,
Stop,
George.
don't do it.
Don't do it, George.
I was going to say
Leave the kid
get
alone.
well.
Let
I
him-
mean, seriously, don't come out. Like, stay home. Don't get anybody else here sick. We'll be fine. Just
I'm
keep
gonna
answering.
Turn off the phone.
Yeah, turn off the phone.
Greg, don't worry about it. We need you.
No, not right now when he's sick.
No, but I don't want him to feel like, oh, hey, everybody's getting along just fine without me. I'm home. I'm sick. This place can operate without me. No, we need you, buddy. Get better. Get well.
Yeah.
Be like Clayton Kershaw. Don't come rushing back.
Right.
Okay.
You
good
want him back
advice.
in August like Clayton Kershaw?
No. I just want him to be. When he comes back, I want him 100%.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm trying to say.
Right. And
All
just
right.
know I got you.
Oh, jeez.
I got you. Like I got you, bro.
Oh, dude.
I got you, bro.
Leave him alone.
Go ahead.
Focus.
Yeah.
Linz.
Yeah.
All right,
focus.
so would you guys like to have a beer or two or a glass of wine or even 3 and not suffer the nasty after effects of drinking alcohol? Of course, wouldn't we all? Well, researchers at the ETH Zurich in Switzerland have
Wait,
developed.
so is Zurich different than Zurich?
Zurich is how you pronounce it properly, right?
Oh, I didn't
Zurich?
know.
I'm asking. I think I corrected myself there. So they've developed a new edible gel that they say will reduce blood alcohol levels by up to 50% and protect the body from damage caused by drinking. They said that the gel shifts the breakdown of alcohol from the liver to the digestive tract. And so normally when alcohol is metabolized in the liver, it releases harmful acetaldehydes as an immediate product. But this gel prevents that from happening. So while you will need more alcohol to get tipsy, the effects of it, the after effects of it, won't be there. So you won't get hungover. Is this something that you guys would want to try? Swipe left or swipe right?
Sure, why not? I'm in. Swipe right. Wouldn't you?
Nah, I'm out.
Why?
I'm out.
You
know
like
what?
feeling the effects?
You know what? Listen, if I'm going to drink, I'm going to know the consequences.
I was
You know
going
what
to say
I'm
you'd
saying?
have to drink twice as much too, so it might not be good for the diet.
Yeah, I don't want it. I don't want to drink twice as much. I mean, listen to me. I'm a lightweight as it is. 2 drinks and I'm feeling it. 3 drinks and it's time to go home.
Are you being serious or are you being facetious?
No, I'm serious. I'm a lightweight.
So, like, how many beers does it take for you to be, like, tipsy?
Like 3.
For real?
What are you guys looking at me like that for?
Well, if you don't drink a lot anymore, then
For me,
yeah.
it's 1.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a lightweight, Big D. What can I tell you?
I hear you. But
I mean, what
only
about
3,
you?
though?
How many beers, dog?
I can go at least like a whole pack, like 6.
Okay, so you're a 6-pack, but you're also like 12 years old.
Right, you are young. You are
know?
young.
I hear you. Well, that's still only 3 though.
I mean, dude, at this point, I drink 3 beers and I'm like, okay, I'm good.
Hey, Kat, we should go to Gaslamp. I've never been.
Okay, you want to go?
Let's go.
All right, let's do it.
I really want to go.
What else? Are we going to play ball soon?
Yeah, we can. No,
What are you laughing at? I'm going to play ball with Big D.
I really want to
I'm
see
going
you
to
on
teach
the
him about
court.
the game.
I really want to see you on the court.
Teach him about spacing.
All right, Linz, one more. Oh, real quick. This segment, of course, brought to us by our friends at Tequila Mandala. Always swipe right on Tequila Mandala. Award-winning small batch premium sipping tequila made from the finest mature agaves. Available everywhere fine tequilas are sold. Visit their website, tequilamandala.com, and demand the extraordinary with Tequila Mandala.
Funchy's got the last one.
Oh, Funchy, go.
HBO made a huge announcement this morning.
It's huge.
Was it the Game of Thrones trailer? It's
great.
No, it wasn't that.
That was yesterday, I believe.
Actually, really good, though. The Giants will be on Hard Knocks.
The New York Football Giants?
New York Football Giants.
Oh,
yes.
beautiful.
Do you guys care? Do you guys want to watch it? Or
Swipe
was it-
left. I don't watch Hard Knocks anyway, so it
Really?
doesn't matter. No, not in like 20 years.
You didn't watch any of the Aaron Rodgers stuff last year?
I
Was
love
that
the Aaron
last year or
Rodgers.
2 years
It
ago?
was
No,
last
it was
year.
I
loved
like
the
the
Aaron Rodgers
Mentalist
last year.
with Aaron Rodgers. That one was funny.
No, I liked it a lot. And I also, I'll tell you, during the season last year, they do the in-season Hard Knocks, and they had the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, I didn't watch a second of that either.
And what's the guy's name? The coach of the Dolphins, Mike
McDaniel.
That guy's hilarious.
He's an interesting guy. yeah.
Okay, so I like that too.
He's another one of those guys from the Shanahan tree.
Yes. So I like the Hard Knocks, but I will tell you honestly, like I liked it when they had the Detroit Lions. That's how I became a Dan Campbell fan. I liked it last year when they had the Jets because I was excited to see what Aaron Rodgers was going to be. I must tell you, zero interest in the
Yeah,
Giants.
the
Now,
Giants aren't sexy at all.
right, they're going to have to tell me some storyline that's going to get me interested. But I'm kind of with George on this one, which is shocking because I like all this NFL stuff.
Who's interesting
The New York
there?
Giants, I can't think of
yeah.
anybody that I think of and go, you know what, that's an interesting
Is Daniel
story.
Jones still the quarterback?
Yes.
He is, but Daniel Jones, the return of Daniel Jones after an injury.
Whoopee.
So what?
Yeah, who cares?
Why would they pick them? There's so many.
Nobody wanted to do it, is probably
Yeah,
the
but
case.
didn't they say that the reason why the Jets ended up doing it was because they had to do it?
Well, there has to be a rotation, and
Right.
at some point, they're only down to so many teams
Right, and
that
one of them
are
has to
eligible.
do it.
Right, correct.
Why have the Raiders ever been on it?
Oh, no.
I don't
think
remember.
I feel like
so.
people would watch that.
Yeah, I don't remember.
I don't remember. Have the Raiders been on it?
I don't know.
I still think the best year was the Jacksonville Jaguars year with Jack Del Rio because he really cared. He would like tear up when he would bring guys in to cut him.
Yeah.
It was still great. It was great.
Tell you one that wasn't so great was the one when they had when the Rams with Jeff Fisher and when
Oh, that
Jared
was
Goff
rough.
was a rookie.
The Raiders did do it.
Yeah,
2019.
with
2019.
Gruden.
With who?
Gruden, that's
was-
right.
Yeah,
Gruden.
Antonio Brown.
I'll tell you
Derek
what, man.
Carr.
I'll tell you what, this Hard Knocks crew, man. I'll tell you what.
How have you been hiding this impersonation?
I'll tell you, these Hard Knocks guys, they're all over me right now. It's like I'm back in Dayton.
This might be your best impersonation
Seriously,
ever.
how have you never unveiled this before?
That's my Sean McVay also.
I was just going to say it has a hint of McVay.
It's Sean McVay and John Gruden.
Yeah,
Right.
you just got to speed it
And
up a
Frank
little.
Caliendo.
Right, and
Yeah.
it's a Frank Caliendo bit.
Yeah.
Is that guy still around?
Yeah.
He's doing the same bit, or did
Yeah.
he,
He adds to the bits.
has he?
Yeah. I mean, he had a great run, dude. I mean,
Great run.
Seriously.
Dude, we used to put him on all the
I
time back in the
remember
old days
yeah,
in Fox.
all the time. I mean, sports radio made Frank Caliendo.
Yeah.
Turned into a great run in Vegas for a one-man show that he had for a long time.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's living the good life on the 15 years that he had.
Good for him.
I love it.
All right, that's Radio Tinder, brought to us each and every day at 5:30
Ish,
etc. Adjacent. Yeah. Cappy, tell us about your friends in the thoroughbred industry.
You know, I just want to say to everybody, listen.
Why are you laughing?
That was an amazing. Do the John Gruden one more time.
You like that, huh?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, man.
Does John Gruden own horses?
You know, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go to Santa Anita and win some money, man. I'll tell you that right now. Listen, you know, for centuries. Look, I'll just say it like this. I've been in the horse racing business now for almost 20 years. Okay.
I mean, you're the mayor of Del Mar.
I love the horse racing industry, and one of the reasons I love it is because I have watched it many, many, many times. How the people who manage the horses love and take care of these animals. And for centuries, the bond between the horse and the human has been forged by trust and hands-on care. And now, in the sport of thoroughbred horse racing, we combine those traditions with cutting-edge technology and meaningful reforms to raise safety standards to the highest levels. And safety is the most important thing in horse racing. We want to take care of these athletes as best we can. So a new investment in wearable biometric devices, it measures the changes in a horse's stride, and it can be really, really subtle, okay? And the use of advanced imaging technologies can help flag problems for early intervention so that the expert veterinarians can reduce injury risk. So you have scientific expert tests, measure, and they analyze racing surfaces. See, that's the other big thing. Whether it's at Santa Anita or Del Mar, just as an example, making sure that the track and the surface is consistent will lead to more safety for the equine athletes. And now there's the new sports independent regulator, the Horse Racing Integrity and Safety Authority, implementing comprehensive reforms, including the state-of-the-art testing, monitoring, and strict enforcement, along with new uniform safety standards, enhanced veterinary protocols, and other measures to make sure that everybody is safe, both the horse and the jock. Okay? Meaningful reforms, latest technology, higher standards. Every day, the sports equine athletes are surrounded by an ecosystem of care and commitment to do more to protect the horse and the rider. Look, it comes down to this. Horse racing is a great, great sport, and so many people love it. But the industry has had to do everything it can to make it as safe as humanly possible and as equinely possible. So listen, if you want to learn more about this, visit safetyrunsfirst.com. That's safetyrunsfirst.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Next
Asher's coming.
On this day in 1990, Vision of Love.
David, I know.
That's fine.
Now I'm just doing a bit.
Vision of Love was released as a single by Mariah, that early album. So the NFL schedule is out and will start Thursday, September 5th. Thursday Night Football on NBC, the Ravens at the Chiefs, an AFC Championship rematch. Then remember, Jack, we got a Friday night game.
We do.
September 6th, 5:15 on Peacock. You got to have Peacock. That's Packers-Eagles. What country is that in?
It's in Brazil.
Oh, in Brazil.
Yeah.
Then, of course, Sunday Night Football.
Fala português.
Our Los Angeles Rams will be in Detroit, the Motor City.
Yeah, the Rams
Motown.
have 5 primetime games, right? I believe 4 of them during the week, Cappy. That's good for us.
Very good.
No, it's not as good as you
very
think.
good.
No,
for us.
early show. Rams-Lions, Sunday Night Football, and then Monday Night Football. Only one game this year. 5:15, of course. Aaron Rodgers goes back to the Bay Area, the Jets and the Niners. So that's your week 1 primetime matchup.
Yeah, speaking of the Niners, I've got their schedule here.
Okay, let me hear it.
Yeah. So let me make sure I got this right.
I thought we had it
you
already,
mentioned
guys.
the Jets, right? So week 1. Week 2, they're at the Vikings. Then week 3, as we mentioned here at the Rams. Week 4, Cappy, they're hosting your Patriots.
Week 4, the Niners host the Patriots. Okay, see, now that's a much easier
You
game
can make
for me
that
to go
happen.
to. Much
Yeah.
easier game.
Yeah, week 5, the Patriots schedule to start the Niners schedule to start the season is not that hard. Seattle week 6. Then here it goes. Kansas City.
Yeah, but look, okay, I mean, they're home against Arizona, on the road at Seattle, and then home against, okay, I mean, those are Kansas City is hard, I mean, but these guys, the travel so far. Keep going.
Okay. Dallas, they host Dallas.
Okay, getting Dallas at home.
At Tampa.
That's a long trip.
Seattle at home.
Okay.
At Green Bay.
Not so bad.
Yeah. Week 13 at Buffalo.
Okay, see, now this is what we were talking about, Buffalo. Buffalo comes to L.A. to take on the Rams.
Right.
But the Rams, as I recall, have to go all the way to New England. So, I mean, this whole NFC West
and the
versus,
Jets. They're doing both the
right.
Jets and New England.
NFC West versus AFC East means that the teams like the Rams and the Niners have to go all the way to the East Coast at least twice.
Right. But the AFC East and the NFC West are playing each other. That means they're both crisscrossing.
Yeah.
They're both doing long trips.
No doubt. But the data
Crisscross
says
will make you jump.
That's
Correct.
right, it will. But it's harder to go from west to east and play in those early
In the
windows.
early ones. But
Yeah.
if you get the like that Buffalo game is a 5:20 Pacific. That's a Sunday night game.
That's true.
So, it's not that big a deal.
No, that's actually good for the Niners.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Week 14, they host the Bears and Caleb.
Mm-hmm.
Week 15, they host the Rams. Week 16, they're at the Dolphins.
Okay, there's that second cross-country trip.
Yeah. And then Cappy loves a cross-country trip, baby.
Crisscross.
Week 17.
Cappy, did somebody go down and get David or no?
Yes.
I think somebody
Just
did.
making sure.
Yeah. Hey, dude. Week 17, they host the Lions in a rematch of the NFC title game.
Okay.
And that's a Monday nighter. And week 18 is TBD at the Cardinals.
All right, there you go. Now,
People are pissed about this Netflix Christmas thing, too.
so I'm just looking at the Christmas. Okay, listen. The NBA, which has owned Christmas for all these years,
Right.
dead meat.
But actually, they're not. This is, if you're the NBA,
Yeah.
this is the best case scenario.
That they're streaming rather than
Then
network
going
television.
on network
Yeah,
television.
yeah, right.
Like, you're like, oh, great.
But the Christmas Day games, the early game, Chiefs at the Steelers. Okay, so that, you got your Super Bowl champions against one of the.
At what time?
10 a.m. That's the early game.
Oh, that's fine.
That's the early game.
So you're like basically going up against like the Knicks or something like that if
Then
you're the NBA.
The 1:30 game.
Right.
And there's only 2 games from what I can tell on
Yeah,
Christmas.
right.
The 1:30 game is the Ravens at the Texans, which, look, I mean,
Meh.
but you do have two. You have one guy who's an
Two
established
playoff
superstar
teams,
quarterback,
yeah.
and you have a guy who's going to be in his second year who took the Texans from trash.
So it's a 4:30
to-
Eastern.
Right.
Yeah, but did you look at the bottom of that schedule that week?
Let's see.
There
here.
is
No, but he's talking
5
about the actual Christmas day.
No,
Yeah.
but there's
Yeah.
5 games that are not scheduled yet on the NFL schedule.
Right.
Do they try to move another one into Christmas?
No,
on another?
I don't think you can pull that off.
You don't think
No,
so?
no, they've already said it's only going to be 2.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What
No,
are you-
they've
wait,
said
what are
it.
you saying
It's
about
only-
these-
If you
these
go to
games?
NFL.com,
Yeah,
you
I'm
see
on
there's
it.
5 games at the bottom that say games not yet scheduled.
Oh.
Right, but by that they just mean either 1 or 4 o'clock on
I
Sunday.
don't buy it.
Or Saturday, because they do Saturday games at that time too.
I don't know.
That's the difference. It's
What
the
if
Saturday.
I see
what if
what
there's
you're
a big
saying.
matchup and they try to slide it in?
I see what you're saying.
Netflix has already committed to the 2 games.
NFL.com has 5 games listed as not yet scheduled. So
Right.
here they are.
Because they do Saturdays and Sundays
Right.
at that time.
Broncos at Bengals, Cardinals at Rams,
Hmm.
Chargers at Patriots, Colts at Giants, and Falcons at Commanders.
None of them are really that like Falcons and Commanders probably
But
the
they
best
still-
of that bunch.
A worst NFL game on Christmas Day is still going to blow
But
away
didn't
the NBA.
Didn't they play
understand
3
that,
games
but
last year? Didn't they play 3
They
NFL
played
games?
3, right?
Yeah.
But this year it's only 2.
Yeah.
And
it was a Monday last year.
So those games, those 5 games will be Saturday or Sunday. So that's kind of the way it works. But yeah, if you're the NBA, them going to Netflix, like, see, you're like, oof, thank God.
But there is a Thursday, December 26th game. So
There is.
you know, 2 back-to-back
There
days.
is the Seahawks at the Bears on Thursday.
Which isn't great.
And that's on Amazon. So you would have 2 games on Netflix on Christmas Day, and then the day after you would be on Amazon Prime.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I would say, though, that, like,
And
Netflix,
if you're an NFL fan, you probably have to spend like $1,000 to watch all this stuff.
I mean, Netflix, though, most
With
everybody has.
NFL Sunday Ticket, you mean?
Huh?
Everybody's got Netflix. Now, I don't know what the additional cost is.
Not as much as you think anymore. A lot of people ditch Netflix
think
because
so?
it's not as like there's not as much compelling stuff on there.
Shannon's
anymore.
right.
I don't know, man. The only thing I watched on Netflix, just recently, there was one thing. Oh, it was the Tom Brady roast. If it wasn't for the Tom Brady roast, I haven't been on Netflix in a year.
Correct.
Yeah, but they got OJ Made in America on there now.
Oh, yeah?
I watch that every night to relax.
Really? That's what relaxes you?
Yeah. I had it on my... Well, you didn't hear it last night in my
No.
hotel room?
What happened to, what's the show you like so much? The old TV show, like Commando?
West Wing?
Columbo.
No, Columbo. Columbo.
Did you say Commando?
Yeah.
That's a different show, man.
No, that was all Arnold Schwarzenegger did that movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But anyway, if you're the NBA, you're happy about that.
Well, there you go, Joy. There's an hour of the show committed to the Lakers and an hour to the schedule.
Because you could do, if you're the NBA, you put the Lakers in that 8 o'clock Eastern time slot. That's
8
what you do.
o'clock Eastern.
Or the Warriors or someone like that.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, are the Warriors going to be a hot commodity again
I mean, still
next year?
Steph Curry, dude.
I know, but
He's gonna.
still, I mean, come on.
What do you mean
They're
still?
they're like a barely a play-in team anymore.
Steph Curry on
we can
television.
say
is,
that about a
is-
lot of teams.
Steph Curry
Yeah,
on
well,
television.
I know. The
people-
Lakers qualify as the same.
People are watching every time.
Yeah, I guess so.
So
Will J.J. Redick deliver a Christmas miracle?
there you go.
Against the Warriors.
That could be your tease.
Or will
That's
there
right.
be Cole in the stocking for the Los Angeles Lakers?
There you go. That'll be your tease. Your boy David Lasher's in the
David's
other
here.
room.
David Lasher's coming in
Hey,
right now.
dude.
Hey, everybody here loves him.
They
for
love Hey Dude.
I don't even know Hey Dude.
You're too young for
He's
Hey.
my-
Or
no,
old, I mean,
no,
for
no,
Hey
I
Dude.
was busy. I was busy laying the wood in the early 90s.
Oh.
Different kind of wood.
Right.
Yeah.
So
All right. Well,
Dave Lasher's, by the way, is a huge basketball fan.
Okay.
And I told him.
unfortunately, he's a Knicks fan.
I
though,
said to him,
right?
I go, but my boy Sedano
Oof.
is like the #1 authority on NBA basketball in America.
I don't know
so
about
if,
that.
So if
He's in
my
the
boy
league.
Lash has a bunch of questions for you, be
Yeah.
prepared.
I mean, he's your boy, so I'll tolerate the Knicks stuff.
I think I'm going to let Lash have my seat.
Why? You're not going to stay?
Nah.
Really? You're leaving for Lash?
I mean, he's like sweating. You're schwitzing a little bit.
No,
of it.
am I? I don't
Yeah,
feel
a little
so.
bit, a little
It
bit.
could just be shine. It's been a long day.
It's the
Remember,
shine. Could be
we
the
started
shine.
at 5:30 on the treadmill this morning at the East Central.
That's right, we did.
George, I was just telling him how you're rooting against Cleveland because if they win,
I don't want to
you
have to fly there.
go to
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Well, I've got to do a game Saturday in Dallas too, so it's like I don't
Wait,
want to have to do the back
so
to
you're
back.
going to have to do both?
Yes.
I didn't know you'd still have to do the one on
Correct.
Saturday.
Yes. Yes.
What about the one on Tuesday then? Would you have to do the last Cavs game?
No, Game 7 would be on TNT.
Oh, okay.
Inside Georgia's schedule.
Coming
Hey
up
there.
next.
I'm George Sedano.
All right. Let's talk to David Lasher. Going to hang out with us. We'll talk some hoops. We'll talk some TV. We'll have some fun. Cappy, do you have a read here, or are we good?
I don't know. Do I have a read?
No read. No read.
We're readless?
Wow.
There is no read here.
That never happens.
Somebody better get back there in the marketing department and get us
Seriously.
some more reads.
How did we end up with one break where there's
That
no
is
reads?
ridiculous.
I mean,
unacceptable.
I mean, come on.
I should just do a read.
If you want to.
No, we got Lash.
All right, that's next.
You never
We're just going to chill for a second, Cappy. We got your special guest. Lash is here. Right?
I like that you're already adopting the Lash nickname.
What else do you want me to call him?
You can call him David. David Lasher.
Lash sounds better.
Okay.
Meanwhile, it is time for what you need to know.
Brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times, less than 90 minutes from wherever you are.
Lash in just moments, but first, take it away, producer Lindsay.
Thanks, Christopher. What you need to know is that the Cavs... Oh, no, then Boston just scored again. I was going to say they were only down by 3, but they just scored again. So never mind on that one. Oh, wait, they might score again here. This is going to be really hard to keep my attention. This last... oh, man. Oh, come on. How is it not a foul? Anyway, what you need to know is that Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck are reportedly getting divorced.
Well, you could tell Ben at the Tom Brady roast wasn't very good. He was not focused.
He was on another planet.
Why does everybody get married again so quickly? You know what I mean? Like, why not just date and not be married so that when you get divorced, you don't have to go through all the legal complications?
That's what we've been trying to tell you with Rachel.
I know.
But you don't listen.
I haven't gotten married yet.
Yeah, but you want to get married.
Well, listen, I kind of feel like, I do, kind of, and she does, kind of.
Oh, boy.
But I don't think
But here's the difference.
Yeah.
But what's the point at this point,
Yeah, although your first divorce was kind of rough. But you don't want to divorce Rachel because she will take you. You'll be out. You'll be done.
Oh, yeah.
You'll be homeless when she gets done with you.
Oh, for sure.
Right?
100%. I stand no chance. I don't know why Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez, I don't know why
Well,
they
they said that there was like a missed... It was a missed connection.
Lash is here.
I thought this was a sports show.
No,
it's not
at all. It's not.
No.
It's not. We cover
Is that what he
divorce.
told you?
We
Yeah.
cover movies. We cover
We're
TV
a personality
shows.
radio station
Yeah.
that talks sports.
We talk about Cappy mounting Christopher.
Yeah,
you
he's
know.
mounted me many times. We can mount in front of you if you want to see.
Lash is like, what have I just walked into?
That is what you need to know.
Brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times.
I'm rooting for Ben and Jennifer Lopez.
Well,
I love them.
I just want to say they said this time it's not Ben's fault. It's that like J-Lo is having FOMO. She's at the point in her career where like she was kind of like taking a back seat to all the young up and coming actresses and pop stars. So she put out that documentary. She did that tour which nobody bought tickets for. She released that album, and so now that's kind of falling apart, she's like taking it out on poor Ben, I guess. So it's her fault.
They've only been back together for a couple of years. Like,
Right.
what changed?
It's a lot, dude.
He just got married like within 6 months.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, it seems like it's a lot, right? Like, the whole joke was when she got engaged to Ben Affleck or whatever recently was she's got more rings than, like, LeBron or whatever. You know what I mean?
He looked
Like,
exhausted at the roast.
Yeah.
He just looked physically and just exhausted in life, right?
Dave, did you see the Tom Brady roast?
I loved it.
It was awesome, wasn't it?
It was so uncomfortable, though.
Yeah,
it was great.
Brady now has been making the rounds on the podcast because now that he's
The kids, right, yeah,
now
yeah.
that he's got the Fox gig, you know what I mean? He kind of needs to get out there and be seen and be visible.
So he did an interview with our guy Ryan Clark from ESPN on his podcast, and he said, "Oh, I wouldn't do it again because I regret the way the kids have
He
had to
cares
deal
so
with it."
much
and all
about
that
the
stuff.
kids. See the guy who left his pregnant wife?
Well,
That was the first one.
Oh, sorry.
It was the girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah.
why would he let his kids watch it? Like, if you're gonna,
Well, I'm guessing the kids didn't watch it. I'm guessing they probably just got teased about it at school or
right.
something. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but at some point you're like, hey, I got to go watch this for myself, But hey, listen, there were a lot of people that were super offended. The Giselle thing, she was really pissed off.
Well, I don't know if a lot of people were offended. She was offended
Right.
because she was getting destroyed.
Right, the
Yeah.
Aaron Hernandez people were.
I mean,
all
they were
pissed
talking
off.
about her and the jujitsu teacher. The entire episode.
No lies were told, though. Yeah, like it was all based on truth.
That's a good point.
They're all things that happened.
I
So,
didn't
hey,
even
don't
know
do it.
that. I concocted that. Oh my God, Giselle must have cheated on him with a martial arts teacher.
Yeah, it was
Supposedly she
hard
left
when you,
him for
when you
him.
get
Yeah.
when your wife cheats on you with a martial arts instructor. That's a bad thing because you know that even if you're Tom Brady, he will kick your freaking ass.
Yeah. It's not like Brady's that tough anyway.
No, but well, he is pretty tough. I mean, he's taking a lot of big hits.
Right, but
But
he's
I
the
mean-
quarterback. They made all sorts of rules for him.
I understand, but
You couldn't even touch him at the end.
I got it. But if he got into an octagon with a legitimate
Oh no, he's
mixed
done.
martial arts,
Yeah,
he's a dead man. He's a dead man.
No question. Yeah.
So David Lasher's here, and David said the first thing he said when he walked in here, we started talking about Ben Affleck and Jennifer Lopez. Was like, wait a second, I don't get it. This is a sports show. Why are we talking about this?
We don't always do sports.
I'll talk about divorce, celebrities, whatever you want. I'm still a Jennifer Garner fan. I don't know why he
That's
He
true.
left her. They got kids
I mean,
together.
that's
that
true. I
makes
forgot
sense.
about Jennifer Garner. Her and her Capital One ads.
Right.
Yeah.
So all these guys here, Dave, everybody here is excited because you're in this dude show from way back
This
in the day.
dude show.
And I don't know the dude show, and I
Right.
feel like such a moron.
Well, Sabrina
You know?
too, right? And Blossom, right?
When my kids, when my
That's
girls,
more my genre.
Right. When my girls first met David, my daughters, they were young girls. And they're like, oh, my God, we know exactly who he is from Sabrina. So you see, like, everybody has, like, a different thing. I think of you in the early days in Beverly Hills 90210.
Yeah.
You know, Chris was a big Beverly Hills 90210
Wait a minute.
fan.
Whoa. Is this... We were talking about this last night, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a great episode. I love that.
I did 3.
3, yeah, 3. Well,
Yeah,
like
get
I
it
said,
right,
Like I said,
Chris.
that was great 3 episodes.
What was the first thing that you did?
Well, Hey Dude was
Hey
my
Dude,
first
yeah.
scripted series, but yeah, you were too old. If you had to have been between like 6 and 12 in 1990,
Right.
To
I
even,
was.
Right.
I was 6, exactly.
to even know
I was
what Hey Dude.
I was 13. I knew what it was,
Yeah.
but I didn't watch it regularly.
Big
I saw
fan,
the
right?
other
Maybe I was
stuff.
7.
But
Doesn't
if you
matter.
were in that age group,
Yeah.
they love it. The
Oh,
fan
Great
base
show.
is for real.
They
Yeah.
loved Hey Dude.
We just did 90s Con. I had my Hey Dude cast and my Sabrina cast there
Amazing.
in Hartford. And Christine Taylor and I have a podcast with iHeartRadio called Hey Dude, the 90s Called, where we look back on, people that made a mark in the 90s. Our 2 weeks ago, we had a guest, Drew Barrymore, who had us on her show on CBS and let us take over her show to interview her for our podcast as like a cross promotion. So we're getting amazing guests, and it's so much fun. I feel like I'm doing what you're doing now.
That's
It's just
awesome.
so fun.
That's
Well,
awesome.
So all this 90s stuff, Chris and I were at a basketball game. This was earlier this season. And what's the guy's name?
Thomas Calabro from Melrose Place?
Oh, yeah,
He
of
was in
course.
there.
And
Dr.
we,
Michael
like,
Mancini.
Right, like we lost our minds, We're like,
Yeah.
we know who he is. We can't figure it out. And then once we put it all together, we were like, no way.
And without 90210, there was no
did you
Melrose
watch
Place.
Sabrina the Teenage Witch at all?
Not really.
So there was a cat, and the cat
Yeah.
was Nick Bakay. Do you know Nick
Oh, yeah,
Bakay?
sure, yeah.
He was the voice of the cat.
Yep.
He was great. He was hilarious as the cat.
He was also a writer on the show.
Right.
And, he's written a lot of things, but he's got
Yeah.
a show with Sebastian Maniscalco about a bookie on Max.
I didn't know this.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Nick writes a show with Sebastian plays a bookie on this new show. I think it's called The Bookie.
Really? I didn't know that. I love Sebastian.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
It's a
And
sports
Nick Bakay.
Oh yeah, I'm looking it up right here. I see it right here. Yeah.
But didn't Nick Bakay for the longest time, he had like that ESPN.
He had a gig with ESPN where he would do like he'd do like this funny thing about betting, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Way early.
Yeah, back in the old days, in the 90s. Yeah.
Way early.
Yeah.
What about Blossom, though? Like, I think of Blossom also.
Yeah.
I mean, as a show that you were on for a while, right?
Yeah, Blossom was a great time. And Mayim and I are still really good friends. And I mean, I don't know if I can say it or not, but she and Don Rio, the original creator, told me they just sold a new Blossom show to Disney. They're trying to find a landing spot for it. So there might be exciting news about that as
Nice.
well.
Well, you just broke it, if anything. I mean,
right.
Well, yeah, Don said don't tell anyone. But
Too late.
Yeah, and you got to be careful because everybody's listening to this radio station at all times.
Have you ever been on Jeopardy with her?
No, I
No?
followed. Yeah, no, we're really close friends. We talk all the
You
time.
should be on Celebrity Jeopardy. It's a good time.
Well, she's no longer the host.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right.
They have the guy who was the
Ken
one of those
Jennings,
shows. Yeah.
I
that
like
guy.
her better, but
Yeah.
Did you like her as the host of Jeopardy?
I thought she was pretty good.
Yeah.
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 I like that. I mean, she's really smart, obviously. So
Yeah.
there's that, and I thought there was a celebrity appeal to it too, on top of the fact that she was really smart. So
She has those good little quips, whereas Ken Jennings is kind of
yeah, he's kind of like boring, honestly.
He's a nerd.
Yeah, I don't like Ken
I got to
Jennings.
be honest with you guys. I haven't seen Jeopardy since Alex Trebek died.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Well, even
I mean, you probably didn't watch before he
you
died
didn't
either.
watch it
No,
back then.
I watched Dan Patrick on Sports Jeopardy. That's the only one I can answer the questions on.
You're more. I listen. You were more like a Sajak Wheel of Fortune guy.
Yeah, I mean,
I liked Sajak and Wheel of
He'll be
Fortune.
gone soon too.
Yeah.
Well, he's retiring.
Well, he's
Yeah.
retired. It's gonna be Seacrest.
Isn't he like 80?
This is his last season.
Seacrest is doing Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, he's taking over
this is
Wheel.
Pat's
Oh, boy.
last season.
What do you think about that?
That's his final cash in, I guess.
That's it, huh?
Yeah.
That's it. He's done.
Final cash.
He's
I
been
like
doing
that.
that for 30 years.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Gosh, I can't even believe they still
Because it's a
have these
Merv
shows.
Griffin joint, right? Wheel of
Well,
Fortune.
and Merv was very much his mentor over the
Yeah.
years, right?
Yeah.
So let's go back to the 90210 episodes because every episode reminds me of some point in my life growing up. Every 90210 episode, and if I remember your episodes correctly, it was the summer, right? You're at
Yeah.
the beach, the whole,
That first
and that
one.
was huge because 90210 was one of the first shows to decide we're not going to do repeats in the summer. We're going to do live, or not live, but brand new episodes to carry that younger audience that maybe didn't watch in the fall because they had school or whatever. And then all of a sudden, summer came, new episodes that led to the next season. And your love interest was Kelly Taylor, Jenny Garth. This is the actress. And, of course, you and I ran into Jenny a few years ago at a Lakers game. Jenny changed my life. My love for Kelly Taylor changed everything. It changed my life.
She is the sweetest girl. I mean, she and Tori have a podcast called 90210 OMG on iHeartRadio. And they had me on to recap my episodes. That's how I met my producer. That's how I even have a podcast.
Really?
Yeah,
That's great.
Jenny and Tori. But Jenny's like a good friend, and she's so sweet. Yeah, but my character in my first episode was into Kelly Taylor, but then told her I might be gay.
Right. And that was back then. That's what?
Oh, my God. It was huge.
1992 at that point?
Yeah, probably 92, 93. But yeah, back then it was bold.
It was very bold.
People weren't doing that, and they did it very subtly. Like, he says, I'm trying to figure it out, but that's why I picked the most beautiful girl on the beach. Like,
that was awesome.
If I'm not into you, there's something going on.
How about that?
Cappy still struggles. I never.
Well, I mean, I'm just experimental. That's all.
No, that's
what
okay.
I mean? David Lasher is in studio, and so listen. We've talked a lot about TV, but you are a huge sports fan.
Yeah, let's do that on the other side.
Okay.
Let's do his Nick fandom. I'm curious, like, why he. I know they're playing well now, but the beatings that they took for the last 20 years and how that formed him.
But you see, Knicks fans now are like celebrating like they've already won because.
I mean, listen, they're a
back.
gutty little team.
Right.
They're like, actually, I'll say this, and it's hard to say this about a New York team. They're kind of likable, this particular group. So look at that smile on his face when I say that.
I can't wait to get into
Now,
it.
Lash, the NFL schedule also today was released. Are you
a Giants or Jets guy?
Oh, I'm a diehard Giants fan.
Yeah.
My son and I, yeah.
So you'll probably watch Hard Knocks, where the rest of us were like, "What's the deal with Hard Knocks and the Giants?"
I can't believe the Giants agreed to do Hard Knocks.
What's a storyline for the Giants that would get somebody who's not a Giants fan interested?
Daniel Jones maybe doesn't suck.
Well, we had that wide receiver we just took that's supposed to be amazing.
Right.
Neighbors, from LSU.
Yeah, and I listen, I like their draft, and I think if Eli is healthy, I think we're going to be good.
All right. Eli's healthy.
I hope so.
All right, coming up next, we'll get into some sports. I want to get to the Knicks stuff for sure because I feel like there's a lot of pain in those.
And I have a
in all
story
those
to
years.
tell you about how I got DeMarco to get David here to a great Rams game.
Okay,
Really?
cool.
That's
All
awesome.
right, great. Well, first, let me tell folks about our friends at NextGen, the official AC and plumbing company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. NextGen's the absolute best in the biz. Thousands of 5-star reviews online to prove it. Let me tell you about my review, okay? It's very simple. I had a drain problem at my house. I called NextGen at 833-3NEXTGen. They came over. And they took care of the drain, right? They gave me a camera inspection, and it was only $44. And you get that same deal as well. Pepe Mantilla, the Spanish voice of the Lakers, who was just here a little while ago, he had a big plumbing problem, man, and he got quotes from all over the city. And NextGen, of course, he called them at 833-3NEXTGen, 833-3NEXGEN, and they gave him the best quote in town. And right now, if you want to just make sure your AC and heating is all working okay, they give you a 28-point full heat and AC safety inspection and tune-up for only $44. That's right, $44 to make sure your system's running strong all year long. NextGen includes water, plumbing, heater, and AC safety inspections, as I just mentioned. Prioritize the safety of your loved ones at home, man. Say goodbye to all your AC, heating, or plumbing problems. So NextGen is the only name you need to remember for a safe and comfy home. So give them a call, 833-3NEXTGen. That's 833-3NEXGEN, or visit them online at nextgenairandplumbing.com to schedule your next appointment. Hey parents, another fun fact for you here from Children's Dental Fun Zone. They are open 7 days a week, so your child can be seen any day of the week, and they take emergencies, which is obviously something you need to be aware of because you never know when those emergencies will come about.
.620 at the Southland, Sedano and Kap, your Wednesday afternoon. The NFL schedule is out. Get the Rams schedule at ESPN Los Angeles. 5 primetime matchups on the slate, but also, how about this?
Which means a lot of days off for me and you,
Not
Cappy.
you. You're going to do combo plates.
No.
Week 7, October 20th.
Yeah. I mean, the pregame starts at like noon, doesn't it?
We're done.
No, 3 o'clock, which means you can do noon to 3. Week 7, October 20th, 1:05 kickoff at SoFi. The Las Vegas Raiders battle the Rams. How much silver and black is going to be at SoFi? We can only imagine.
Well, let me ask you this. Will there be more Niner fans when the Niners come to town or more
Raiders
fans?
More Raiders.
You think so?
I think so. Meanwhile, before we get to more Lash, who's in studio with us, time for the producer D rejoin of the day. Big D, tell us what we got.
This joint right here, it's called After Party by Coffee Brown.
Come on now.
I can feel it. You feel it?
That's a great jam.
Get up.
That's a great jam.
David Lasher's like,
I love
what's
the beat.
the deal?
Shout out to my grandma.
Who's that singing right now?
You like that?
I'm not too sure.
Lash, you ever seen a big man move
She's
like
got a
that?
great voice.
You were good, man.
Thank you.
You got moves.
He does got moves. You're lucky you didn't get dump trucked.
That's a great pick.
Shout out to my grandma. You know, it's her birthday this week.
Shout out Grandma. How old's Grandma?
85.
Wow.
So
Shout
we're
out
gonna
to
do a little
Grandma.
cookout for her. So that's why I played this song.
You invite Cappy and I to the cookout?
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Is she out in Palm Desert too?
Yeah, they're out there in Palm
Is that
Springs.
tonight?
That's this Saturday.
Oh, this Saturday.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah.
Are you
Steak
good at
Saturday.
Dominoes?
Oh, I'll play dominoes.
But do you play like double 6 or double 9?
Double 6.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, look at shit out of
Can't
him.
be playing no double 6.
Come on, man.
Wrong with double 6?
Come on,
Double
man.
9 is
Come
like
on.
the real game.
Double
You
9,
have to
dude.
educate me then.
Okay.
Didn't you ever see Boys in the Hood?
We'll get some
Come on,
bones.
man.
We'll get some
Come on,
bones and
man.
play double 9s.
Okay, sounds good.
Dominoes,
All right.
mother effer. You know? All right, David
Well, that was a
Lasher's
lot.
here.
That last 30 seconds was a lot.
That was good. That was
Yeah.
good.
You like that?
Yeah, I do. David Lasher's here. Okay, George.
Yes.
My friend David Lasher
Huge
here
Knicks
is
fan.
a crazy Knicks fan.
Yeah, so how much pain has your life been the last 20 years, basically, outside of a few blips?
Let me tell you an interesting story.
Yeah.
I've been a Knicks fan since before I was born. I was born April 27th, 1972.
Oh, okay.
Knicks were playing the Lakers.
Championships, yeah.
Which they ended up losing to the Lakers. And my mom's water broke. It was the night of the 26th. My dad made her wait to go to the hospital. I was born the next day.
Wow.
So and then when I was growing up, my dad split season tickets with 3 other guys.
Right.
So he got, if he got 10 games, I went to 2 or 3 or 4 games a year my entire life.
That's awesome.
And and
the Garden is an amazing place. I mean, it's an incredible venue.
I mean, the 90s were incredible.
Right.
I know we didn't win one.
Right.
But we faced the Bulls every year.
Right.
And it was spectacular.
Or the Pacers. All those series were awesome.
Oh, my
Yeah.
God. The Reggie
Yeah.
Miller years.
Yeah.
And, but yeah, just it's so satisfying to see this team right now.
They're fun. They're like a fun team. Like, I never would have thought that a Knicks team would be likable, but this team is.
Someone told me earlier today that Jalen Brunson is the only player from the starting lineup from the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
I mean, they've lost so many people. I
Right.
mean, from Randall and Adenabi, but like they're like a next man up kind of team.
Yeah.
And these guys like Josh Hart.
Well, that's
and,
Tibbs, man. He's like this crazy, like old school, everybody plays 48 minutes kind of thing. It's like, but that's why they're also breaking down,
Yeah,
too.
right. So they've got a 3-2 lead in that series, though.
They have a real shot to win the series. Indiana is, they're a young team for the most part, and they don't play a lot of defense. They got but they've got a good coach and they've got good young players, but young players don't win. Like the Knicks went through a little heartache last year, right? Like they beat Cleveland, sorry, Lindsay, and then they lost to Jimmy Butler and the Heat. So this team's already been through, they got a little playoff scar from last year. So them getting to a conference finals is a good next step.
But I just see so many guys that I know that were all New Yorkers until they became young adults and they all moved out to L.A.
And then they all started going to Laker games?
And they all jumped into the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
And now all these years later, when the Knicks are finally good,
they're back.
Guys are back on the bandwagon. They became Laker fans because that's where the games that they could get to or the teams that they would watch.
Well, when you move to L.A. from New York and you have kids, you want to be able to take your kids to games. So, like, my son and I are diehard Knicks fans. But when he was like 5 or 6 years old, I said, if you want to go, we can go to Lakers games and get okay seats, or we could go to Clippers games and get really good seats.
Yeah.
So he said, let's be Clippers fans. And that was the Chris Paul, Blake
Yeah.
Griffin, those years. And
it's fun games.
Unless they're playing the Knicks, we are all in on the Clippers as
Right.
far as LA.
And by the way, a lot of transients are like that.
Wow.
So Bill Simmons, for many years, a big Boston fan, he had Clippers season tickets because of that. It was cheaper. It was easier to get great
Yeah.
seats. And, he would, he could see the Celtics once a year for sure and get to see a bunch of great basketball because that was the same era. Yeah.
Wow, I'm surprised to hear that. I mean, am.
Lakers tickets are not as easy to
No, I
get,
got it. I
at least
got
good
it.
ones,
Well, dude, I'll root for the Rams unless they're playing the Giants. I'll root for the Clippers unless they're playing the Knicks. I mean, my kids have grown up in Los Angeles, so
Yeah.
what choice did I have?
Yeah. So so Lash calls me last year. He goes,
Right.
"Hey man, this is like on a Saturday." He's like, "Yo, you got some Rams tickets for me, or what's up?" And I'm like, and it wasn't quite like that because that's usually what I would say to
Yes.
somebody, And so he's like, "Hey man, what do you think about the chances of getting to a Rams game? Could you hook a brother up?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no problem, man. I got you." And then I'm like, "Oh no, what did I do?" Right. So then I called DeMarco. I go, "DeMarco," I go, "Hey, you still got those tickets for this weekend that you offered me?" He's like, "Yeah, I still got them." I go, "Yo, you got that nice parking pass for me?" He's like, "Yeah, I got that." I'm like, "Great, send it over."
Yeah.
So DeMarco sends me the tickets to
And
the
you
Rams
just
game,
forwarded it
and
to
I
him.
forwarded them over to Lash, and then Lash takes a picture. He's like, "Look at how great these seats are." And I'm like, "Those are good seats." DeMarco hooked it up. So DeMarco Farr, the Super Bowl champion, he gets the credit for the Rams game last year, David.
Right.
Oh, well, thank you, DeMarco. But I have a better story. When Casey was like 7 or 8 years old, you got us tickets to a Chargers Denver Broncos game. You got us field passes. And he met John Elway, took a picture with him, and had a little talk with him. It was sick. He'll never forget it.
Yeah, I know. You see field passes. That's why you got to have field passes, guys.
Maybe have Lash save that story for your San Diego show.
No, that's okay.
Maybe not the LA
well, the
show.
Chargers are in LA.
How
I mean,
many
you just
people-
don't even know. You don't even know that.
I will tell you this. Casey said to me, "Why is everyone wearing Broncos jerseys in San Diego?"
Same question they ask in LA.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So you didn't answer the question though about how much pain though the Knicks put you through for 20 years. Because there was a lot of pain. I mean, the 90s were good, and then there was not a lot of good after that.
The Patrick Ewing, John Starks, Charles Oakley, Anthony Mason team was so exciting to watch.
Yeah, John Starks 2 for 18. That one will always sit with people.
But the legendary dunk.
Pat Riley did not play Rolando Blackman. That was the thing the New Yorkers were going nuts about back then because he was sitting on the bench because they wanted him to bench Starks in that series. He was playing so bad against the Rockets.
Oh, the Rock. So I was going to say we lost to the Bulls every year. I mean,
Right, but the year they got to the finals when Jordan was out.
When Jordan was out.
It
That's
was the year Jordan was out. We beat the Bulls. We got to Game 7.
Right, Scottie Pippen didn't want to go in the game because
Well,
Phil drew it up for Kukoc or whatever.
It was a lot of things.
By the way, do you guys remember they interrupted the game for
Yes.
OJ?
Yes.
Dude. We talk about it a bunch of times, but most recently, obviously, the day of his passing, we were talking about that. Like, I'll never forget, I was, I don't know, a kid. I was 14 years old or whatever it was I was, and I'm watching the game. I was, like, sitting there with my Burger King Whopper, and all of a sudden, like, OJ's being chased on the 405 when I'm trying to watch the finals.
I was at Dodger Stadium. They put it on the Jumbotron that night.
During a Dodger game?
During a Dodger game.
I was stuck in a stuffy apartment with 6 other kids in Pittsburgh, just sweating my ass off, going, oh, my God, what is going on here?
Yeah.
Everybody's got a story of where they were when the game got interrupted. Where were you?
I was watching the Knicks game, man. I was on
he's a
Burton Way
Knicks fan.
in my apartment. I was like, put the game back. And then they put the
like this small.
They put the game in a tiny box in the corner.
Yeah, Bob Costas went on television and told everybody OJ's being chased, and then they flipped the screen. Right? Yeah, it was nuts. And back then, we didn't have like 80-inch TVs like we have now. You know what I'm saying? So like, it was even smaller because we had smaller TVs back then.
So, David, tell everybody the name of your podcast. And the reason I want you to do that is because when we come back,
we got to take a break.
Lindsay's got a little something planned for us here.
Okay, so we'll do that coming up in just a second. Stick around. David Lasher's hanging out with us here. Sedano and Kap, 710 ESPN.
Yeah, the name of the podcast is?
Hey Dude, the 90s Called.
Okay, I want to tell you something. Because you were a big star in TV in the 90s, this does not apply to you, but I want you to hear it anyway. We at the California Cryobank are looking for young, healthy men between the ages of 19 and 38.
Like DeAndre.
We're out,
Yeah,
David. We're out. But DeAndre's in. Cody's in, okay?
Yeah. Funchie's out?
Funchie, you out.
You're
okay?
out.
All right. Can you guys work in the U.S.? DeAndre, Cody, you guys are okay?
Clearly
You
they're
guys-
working in the U.S.
you
right
guys
now.
Are you sure
Yes.
about that? You
Yeah.
guys are cool?
Yeah,
You
we
guys
do.
are good? All right. If you are young and healthy between the ages of 19 and 38, if you can work in the U.S., you can make up to $1,500 a month. And we at the California Cryobank are looking for donors. And here's the thing. You can help other people make families and live out their dreams. Dude, it's $1,500. Okay? Rent's expensive, gas is expensive, food is expensive. Like I always tell you guys, you might as well go get paid for something you're doing for free at home anyway. Okay? Go and apply at spermbank.com. I know that sounds weird on the radio. Spermbank.com, the California Cryobank.
I'm attorney Darren Kavanoki, founder of 1-800-NO-CUFFS.
Dude, final segment, you hear the final segment music.
You learned about the under 6 timeout here in the break.
In just a moment, after we have some fun and frivolity, we will join in progress the NBA playoffs on ESPN Radio. Game 5, Dallas at OKC. That's coming up in a few minutes. But first, we're going to have more fun with Lash and Cappy on a Wednesday afternoon in the Southland.
Oh, you just got it in.
You didn't think I was going to get it in?
You nailed it. Throw it. Terrible throw. David Lasher's in studio, Georgie, and Lindsay Baseball here was very excited about David coming in because she's a fan of all these shows that he was on. Hey Dude and Sabrina and all these other shows. She's a 90s
So
kid.
is Funch.
Yeah.
And so is Funch. That's right. So, Linz, tell David here what you plan for him.
So I wanted to do a little 90s trivia. And so I got like 10 questions here, let's say.
All right.
So I'm going to read you guys a question, and you're going to buzz in with your name.
Okay.
And I'm sure that Funch and David are probably going to end up being the ones going head to head. That's
Okay,
my
let's
guess.
do it.
That's my guess.
Yeah.
Wait, how do I buzz in?
You just
your
say
name is your buzzer.
Say your name.
Say your name.
Name
Don't
is
say
your buzzer.
under 6 timeout. Just say your name.
All right, go ahead.
All right, first one. What's the name of the colorful egg-shaped keychain Japanese children's toy that left kids responsible for a digital pet?
David, Tamagotchi.
That's right.
Wow.
Hey,
Hold
got
on.
the first one.
Let me just tell you, you know my daughter Chelsea
Yep.
is an influencer. She does a lot of. She did a whole campaign with what's the girl? Charlie D'Amelio.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
She's
like
so
super
Charlie
famous.
asked my daughter to do a Tamagotchi campaign. So we had this little digital pet.
Is it a thing again?
It's a thing again,
Oh my
and
God,
the
that's
thing
crazy.
woke us
Everything
up.
comes back.
I had one.
It would wake up in the middle of the night
Oh,
crying.
wow.
I was like, dude, get this thing out of our house.
Yeah.
It's like a little. You guys know what they are?
Yeah, no, I've
kinda
seen him.
remember
I
it,
know what
yeah.
it is. Yeah.
And also, Cody and DeAndre are like 20, so they have no idea
No
what
idea.
we're talking
All right,
about.
what's the next one?
All right, so which child star became the first ever to be paid $1 million for their movie role?
Sedano.
What do you think it is?
Macaulay Culkin?
That's right. Oh, that's a good one. Good pull. Good pull.
Hey.
All right, one for David, one for Sedano. Next question. What was the name of the first cloned mammal ever to be created by a human
David.
cell?
It's a sheep, Dolly.
Yep, got it.
Wow.
Dude.
All right,
Dolly
two
the
for
cloned
David,
sheep.
one
All right,
for
let's go.
Sedano.
Funchy, you in this or what?
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yet
Funch,
to
you playing?
scratch.
I'm trying to.
All right, author R.L. Stein wrote which children's story series?
Oh, you got me there.
Oh, it wasn't.
I had all of them.
Oh, Sedano.
What is it?
The Berenstain Bears.
No.
All right.
Funches. Was it Goosebumps?
Yes, Goosebumps.
Oh, okay.
Goosebumps. Great series.
That was a
great.
movie, too. Right?
I
It
only
was,
said the
it's a TV
Berenstain
show.
Bears because John Oliver did a whole bit on it the entire show, his last episode.
Really?
All right.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
I was a 90s kid. I don't remember this
Chris,
stuff.
you'll know this one.
I was a drug addict in the 2000s, though, so that's about it.
Go ahead.
What band is featured on Beavis's T-shirt?
Oh,
Oh,
Cap,
Sedano.
Cap.
I know.
I got it.
I think it was Cap. I think
Go ahead,
Cap
go.
got it.
Metallica.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Did you guys, by the way, did you see Ryan Gosling
Yes.
Yeah.
and the
It
other
was
guy?
so
Yeah,
good.
on SNL?
So good. They showed up to his recent movie premiere.
I saw that.
Got like dressed as them again.
All right, how many
I thought it was
more?
So funny. All right,
Come
we
on,
can go to
man.
as many as you want.
Oh, you said you had 10.
I mean, I had 10. Do you want me to do all 10?
She's 5 in. Go ahead.
Let's just go. Let's go.
Okay. What hit grunge song was unwittingly written about deodorant?
No, I don't know.
Cap.
What is it, Cappy?
Smells like Teen Spirit.
Yep. Yeah, Cappy.
Hey.
Got it.
My goodness.
Impressed, huh?
Did you say grunge?
Yeah.
I think you said Grinch for some
I
reason.
thought Grinch, too.
Nirvana.
Grunge.
Yeah, that's why I was like Grinch. I thought it
Sorry.
was like the Grinch. You know what I mean? Like that's what. All right, whatever. Go
All right,
ahead.
feeling good now.
All right. What was the best-selling video game console of the 90s?
Sedano.
What do you got, George?
The Nintendo SES.
Nope.
Cap.
Morales.
Cap had it next.
Atari 2600.
No.
No, that's
Sega
80s.
Genesis.
Nope.
Fudge. Super Nintendo.
Nope.
Sony PlayStation.
Yeah, it's a PlayStation.
Lash cleans it up at
Yeah.
the end.
All right.
All right, I got-
Let's do
Good
2
one.
more.
Do two
What's
more.
the score?
I'm going to start doing this on my
0-0.
podcast.
He's got, he's
Oh,
got
I thought
three.
you meant the
He's
NBA
got 3.
game.
Sedano's got 2. Cappy's got 1, and Funch.
No, Cappy's got 2.
I got
Cappy's
three.
got 2. Okay.
You have 2.
I think I got
David's
3.
got 3. You have 2, Cappy.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
All right,
Trying
this
to
is a
cheat.
tough one.
Yeah.
What do the initials in Jinko jeans stand for?
Oh man.
Had me some
JNCO.
Jinkos. I did.
I don't know.
I'm
I don't
not
know
even
what
close.
it stands for.
Cap. Unchained.
No.
No, dude.
Wrong. No, not even
Janko
close.
Unchained?
No.
It's
Come on.
That's a
the name?
Tarantino movie.
Isn't that the name we're talking about?
No one's got it?
No. Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
All right, it was
Feel me?
Judge none, choose one. I didn't even know that.
Oh, all right.
All right.
So one more. If we can tie at best with Lash, then
Okay.
that's it.
What stuffed animal fad debuted in 1993?
Sedano.
What you got, George?
Beanie Babies.
That's right.
Oh, sorry.
Wait, Jay, he answered for
I mean, he
us.
answered for me. It's fine. He wins.
No,
you know
he
it?
wins.
Was that
You
your
win.
guess?
You win.
You
You
called
win.
his name.
Yeah, but I would have gotten it wrong.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah,
you were
I wasn't going to
what
say
were you
Beanie
gonna
Babies.
say?
I don't know. I was
Cabbage
going to say
Patch
like
Kids?
Cabbage Patch Kids. Right. That's what I was going to say.
That was the
80s, yeah.
Yeah. So there you go.
Good job, Lash.
Good times, fun
There
times.
you go.
See, I knew you did a great job.
Lock him out, Cap.
That was awesome. I'm going to do this on Hey Dude, the 90s Called. We're
You
going to
should.
do
I'm
some
gonna listen
trivia.
to it.
There you go.
Hey, dude, the 90s Called is the podcast. David Lasher, great to have you in studio. Awesome. Great first appearance. Georgie, I think it's time to hand off to basketball. What do
All
you
right,
say?
let's do that. We've got the Dallas Mavericks and the OKC Thunder Game 5 from Oklahoma City. ESPN Radio on the call. Great job, everyone, and thanks for everyone who listened. Lash, thanks for stopping by. ESPN Radio is up next.